joining me here on Messy Girl Crafts. My name is Ashley, and this is Eric.
Hi.
Sorry! If you guys, by the way, if you're new here, welcome in. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. If you caught the thumbnail, we're having a baby.
She's pregnant.
I'm pregnant! I have a baby inside of me right now.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I'm so sorry that I've kept it from you this whole time. Please know, and I say this often, but truly, this is going to probably be the most unhinged whip and chat because we get to talk about a baby and all of the stuff that we've been doing, like baby stuff, and just I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Like the fact that we actually get to talk about it and not like have to like be careful about what we say. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah, we haven't said anything to anyone except for like our family and our closest friends and
right. Like yeah, like our family knows, our closest friends know, but like today, the day that you guys are seeing this video, we're also putting it like on our personal Facebook, so like the rest of the world in our world will also know.
Everyone is getting to know at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my god! I could cry. I'm so excited. Because I just feel like we've just wanted this for so long, and like, I don't want to keep it a secret, but also I understand that like things can happen. Things could technically still happen, you know, until it's breathing outside of me. I don't...
Yeah.
Whatever. Eric's like, don't talk like that. But I feel like...
It's not good for the baby.
I know. But like, for me, the more realistic I am... Again, I'm not saying like, you know, whatever. I'm just saying like, I'm trying to be even-keeled because this is the first time I've ever gotten pregnant. We've been married for 7 years.
8. Well, 8 this December.
It'll be 8, so 7 years.
Yeah.
And when we got married, like... We never knew that we were going to have any sort of issues getting pregnant. Like, we literally were like, we've talked about this. I have a notes app in my phone where I literally, like, we were talking about baby names, like, a year, like, not even a year after we were married.
Yeah. I mean, the notes app, if I remember correctly, was from 2017.
It was. And we got married in 2017. Yeah.
Yeah.
In December. So we were literally talking about like baby names and stuff. Like we knew we wanted a family before we even got married. And we had like a pretty long engagement. We were engaged for like 3 years. So, and we had already been dating for 2.
Was it really 3?
Yeah, because we got engaged.
We got together in 2012. We got engaged in 2014.
Yep. And then we got married in 2017.
Shit, it feels like it was longer.
We had like, we were dating for 2 years, engaged for 3, and we've been married now for 7. And so, again, like we knew we wanted to be together forever after like the first month of knowing each other. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, month 3 I was calling you wifey, so.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was unaware of how to feel about that, but obviously now I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's been such a journey that like, and we really never thought it was going to be an issue. Like, again, like I was raised that like if you looked at a guy you were going to get pregnant, and I was just like I never had ever thought that like health concerns would be an issue. I didn't even know what I was struggling with at the time, which again, if you've been watching my channel for a really long time, you know that I have PCOS, and that affects like 1 in 4 women, and it's very, very common, but not a lot of people talk about it. And so it manifests in many different ways. But for me, it made me have fertility issues and insulin resistance and just a whole bunch of other stuff that went with it. And so really with PCOS, there's no cure. It's really just about symptom management. But I didn't learn that until I was 25 and a newlywed. So like the fact that, again, we thought we like had names picked out before we were married.
Yeah.
Cut to like 6 years of trying to have a baby and trying to understand my health issues and how that impacts us being able to have a baby, and talking to all these specialists and doctors and trying to decide if we wanted like medical intervention or not, and like going through the trauma of like, do we need to do this? Should we be doing this? Is it my fault? Whatever. And just like the emotional baggage that comes with that. And then like literally again, we've talked about this before, like last year, but we really got into, I think, a really good place back in like late 2023, early 2024, we had just decided that, like, you know what, like, if it's God's plan, like, if we're supposed to have a family and a child, like, it'll happen. And we, we just decided that we were going to focus on, like, loving each other. And, like, if that's what the rest of our lives looked like we were happy with that. Like, we married each other because we love each other, not because, like, we needed to have a child, but, like, that's just something we really wanted as, like, a byproduct. And so, like, I started taking Zepbound in 2024, and that was really to help with, like, again, I just feel like part of my version of PCOS is that, like, my body just refused to let me lose weight. Even if I was eating healthy, even if I was working out and exercising regularly, my body just retains cortisol like it's going out of style. And Eric would witness it. Like, I sometimes felt like I would say that and people would look at me like, okay, sure, honey, like, you're trying. We did a whole year of HelloFresh where we were eating, like, the healthiest of the healthiest. I think I might have lost 10 pounds that entire year.
Yeah.
It was, like, traumatizing. Because then you see, like, again, and Eric's doing this journey with me, and he's dropping, like, 30 pounds. And I'm like, I mean, obviously, I'm so proud of him and like, his own health journey. And, like, he really enjoys working out. But I was like, I'm literally just doing this to try to get my body to act normal. Like, I'm struggling and fighting just for normalcy. And again, like, and I'm 33 now, but when I was in my 20s, like, that's when your body is supposed to be, like, fast metabolism, you're running around, like, it doesn't take a lot to, like, do the right things and your body to react, and, like, you're young. And again, we're still young, but I was really, like, mentally struggling with the fact that I was putting in the effort and I was seeing no results or negative results. And on top of all that, we were, like, trying to get married, or we were trying to have a baby and all this stuff. So 2024, I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on me. You can let him out if you want. Kovu's playing.
No, he wants attention.
Oh, you can pick him up. They love seeing Kovu in a whip and chat. By the way, this is a whip and chat. We will work on stuff. I couldn't stop talking. Look, at Kovu's going to be a big brother. Yes, my little man. The cats are thrilled, by the way.
If you couldn't tell.
The cats are thrilled. Actually, the cats are freaking out because we keep moving furniture around the house because we're getting ready for a baby room, and they think we're, like, moving, and, like, he's, like, throwing up on stuff and pooping in the living room, and I'm like, can you please stop? But anyway, it's fine, Kovu. We're not,
like, someone needs to get some gabapentin and get a little wine drunk.
Yeah, he might need a little wine drunk moment. Maybe not right now. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, so yeah, so we were like, okay, like, again, we love each other. That's enough. Like, he's like, I love you, even if we don't have a kid or whatever. And that, like, meant a lot to me. Because, again, a lot of times when you're suffering with infertility, like, it's a lot of self-blaming. And, like, again, as a woman, like, you feel like your body has, like, should be able to do this one thing. Like, this is the one thing that our bodies are meant to do. And my body wasn't doing it. And it made me feel immensely guilty because I wanted to make him a father so bad. And it just felt like again, it was me, you know what I mean? And again, like, he's the best, and he's been so reassuring to me this whole time and just making me feel, like, extremely loved, and, like, it's not, like, it doesn't matter, like, whatever. And so we really took 2024 as just, like, a self-love year, like, both of us, like, we joined a gym together, and again, with the help of the Zepbound, I'm not a scientist, I don't understand why it worked, but again, for me, and my version of PCOS, the moment I started taking Zepbound and combining it with those good habits of, like, working out, eating a little bit better, being more conscious of, like, what I was putting in my body, the weight was, like, melting off. It, like, and again, not in an unhealthy way. Like, I wasn't losing, like, 10 pounds a week or anything like that.
No.
It was, and even in the beginning, it wasn't even that significant until I started going up in the dosages.
Right, it wasn't until we got your dosage down that you really started to lose the weight. Like, when they started, you were on the lowest just because they had to.
Yeah, they start you low, and then they go up to see, and like, where your sweet spot is.
When we got you on, at the lowest dose, you weren't losing anything.
Yeah.
And we were like, is this even working? So then we told the doctor, and they went ahead and moved you up to the next dose. Then we started to see some movement, and then once we got you to the highest dose, they were like, that's when we really started to see it.
It was actually the second highest. There was one more above where I was, but we didn't need to go there. I was on 12.5 when I stopped moving up. They were talking, because then when we switched doctors, because our other doctor left, she was like, I think the first doctor we had was like willing to go to
Miranda.
Yeah, she was willing to go to the 15. if the 12.5 was out of stock, because
right.
as I'm sure a lot of you know who are familiar with these like GLP-1 things, they're so immensely popular right now that it's sometimes there's a short supply. And so sometimes if you have a really good doctor who's willing to work with you, Zepbound is one of the GLP-1s where you don't have to only go up in dose, you can also go back down safely. Yeah. Like you can go up and down depending on what your body needs. And so my doctor was saying that, God forbid, like the one that I was on was out of stock everywhere that I couldn't drive to go get. Like she was willing to like bump me up for a month so that I could still get something and then go back down if I had to.
Well, even then, our families too were helping us out a lot with it. I mean, my dad and my stepmom had offered to get it in Miami, put it in a cooler, and then drive it up to us so that we would be able to get her medicine for her.
Yeah, like, and again, it wasn't like I don't know, like it was so easy to do, and it didn't feel like I didn't have any nasty side effects. And again, I know a lot of people can have that, and so I don't want anyone to listen to my story and think like, oh my gosh, everything's rosy and perfect all the time, and because like obviously it's not. But I'm just one of those people who don't have symptoms a lot, which we'll talk about this regarding my pregnancy. Like to this day I do not feel pregnant. Yeah. It's insane. I have anxiety about it all the time, but like we'll get there. But I've always been someone, even when we were dealing with fertility issues, like throughout the last 6 years, and they've put me on so many different medications, Clomid, metformin, progesterone, this other one that's kind of like Clomid, but it has an F name. I can't remember. I've been on so many things, iron supplements.
You were on the iron supplements, you were on the metformin, I mean, you
magnesium
were on the
at one point.
Pills,
I've been on so much crap, y'all, but like I've never had symptoms. And in my mind, like again, a normal person would hear that and be like, wow, good for you. And I'm over here like, is it working? Am I just putting things in my body that are being like negated by my body? I don't even know. But like again, so anyway, long story long, got on the Zepbound, got to a dosage that was right for my body. All of 2024, I did that, and I was like losing weight. I was feeling so much more confident. I feel like, we got to connect even more, because that was the first year that I was mentally not like baby, like, you know what I mean? And I was not, I mean, only you could tell me this, but I don't think I was so like baby crazy that like I don't think that ever hurt our relationship at all, as far as like,
no.
I just think that it got me. I'm not someone who struggles with like depression or anxiety, but that 2023.
Well, because you put a lot of pressure on yourself.
Right. Like I was it was one of those things where it's like when it was us, like we were fine, but when I was by myself or in my own thoughts and in my own head, it got dark, because again, like a lot of self-blame, a lot of like, this is the one thing I'm supposed to be able to do and I can't do it, and it was like really hard. But then, so again, went on the medication. The reason I even was able to do this medication is because there's a state program in Florida for weight management that my insurance partners with. And so my doctor had told me about it because another one of her patients had been doing it, and it was only like $25 for every month's box. So I didn't have to pay thousands of dollars. I don't know that we could have done it if
we would have made it work, but like,
but we didn't know it. We didn't know how good it was going to work, though. Like, I don't know that we would have taken that leap of faith with like $1,500 a month, not knowing how good it was going to work. Like, I think now that might be a different conversation if I wasn't able to get it that cheap again. But like, it's a lot of money, and hopefully, like, as more like tests happen, and I hope it becomes more regulated and to where it gets cheaper. You know what I mean?
Ozempic was talking, and I don't know. Granted, I saw this a while ago, so I don't know if it's still accurate or not. But Ozempic was talking about turning the GLP-1, instead of it being the shot, into a pill form. Yeah, and I think that was going through the FDA testing.
Well, and I've seen like there's companies like, have you ever heard of the Hims and Hers?
Yes, Hims and Hers.
I think they have a pill, or they're testing a pill.
Yeah. Well, no, I think they have the regular shots.
Yeah, they do, but I'm saying, like, I think they're also doing their own research to try to figure out a pill. Like, it's becoming more popular. And again, like, I know, like, lots of people might have opinions on, like, GLP-1s and, like, oh, it's a fad, or you're just doing it to, like, lose extra weight the lazy way. For me, it was, like, medically necessary. And I can say that because I spent 6 years of my life struggling to lose weight, eat healthy, diet, gym, all of it. I was doing what I had to do, and it was not working. And the moment I started taking this medication with good habits, it immediately was like, my body was like, it like blocked my body from like doing all of those negative PCOS things. It like zeroed out all those side effects to the point where my body was able to do what a normal 32-year-old body at the time was able to do. And so I was so encouraged by that. But because I was doing it through this weight management program through my like insurance and through the state of Florida, it's an annual thing. So basically when I got on it, I told my doctor, I was like, okay, I want to do it for a year, and then I want to start trying again, because I'm like, at this point, I've gone to a specialist. And again, I'm sorry for all like the medical jargon, so if you're not into that, this might not be the episode for you. But you know, my fallopian tubes were not blocked. We had a test. His sperm analysis was perfect. There was nothing internally wrong with me. There were no cysts on my ovaries that were like blocking potential like sperm egg connection. Like I have PCOS, so I do have cysts on my ovaries. Like they saw that through an ultrasound, and also they said at one point I had a very thick uterine wall, which was like not good.
Yeah.
But like there's like, it's things like that were happening. But again, it's unexplained infertility. They're like, in theory, all of the parts are working, so it should happen. But then part of my PCOS too was like, I was not ovulating. I was doing ovulation predictor kits, like again, over the 5 years on and off that we were like in that space, and I just was not ovulating, and they confirmed that through medical tests. And
I mean, every time you would do one of the kits when we thought that you should be ovulating, it was like, nah.
It was like, no.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like you join all these Facebook groups of like other people that are struggling with the same thing, and like, you know, they're just having different issues than you, so it's like hard, because it's like you want to find someone that's like just like you, but like we're all so different.
Some of these home remedies too that they were talking about on those Facebook groups for a little while.
Yes, they were. But like, hey, whatever works for you. Again, everyone's body's different, everyone's journey's different. I can only share our story, but like, again, I know also because I had so many of my friends announce pregnancies and multiple pregnancies, like first and second, while we were trying. And like, of course I was happy for them, of course I was thrilled, but like, if you're watching me talk about us getting pregnant, and it like just shoots you in the heart because you want that too, like just know that like we've been there, and I'm so sorry. But I just hope that whatever your body needs, you find it. It comes to you, because again, I've tried so many other things that people have recommended. I have other people who have gotten pregnant with PCOS, but their version was just different than mine. And so I would try things that they tried and it didn't work. And you know, it's, you know, everybody's body is different. But if you're out there and you're watching this and you're happy for us, but you're also sad, like I see you and I respect it. And I love you for sticking around and being excited for us, because like, I get it. Like I can't even express to you how much I get it. And you know, we've had to be happy for a lot of people and sad in private, and it sucks. It does. But anyways, so we go through the Zepbound, but again, it's an annual program, and I told my doctor that I only wanted to do it for a year, no matter how successful or unsuccessful it was, because we wanted to try. Because Eric and I had like a pretty serious conversation before I got on the Zepbound, and I was
at it was what started the whole 2024 like
self-care.
Right, we had it at the end of 2023 going into 24, and that's when we were like, okay, this year is this is it. If by this time we don't get pregnant, that's fine.
35. I told him like, when I don't want to, like, because I was 32 at the time, and I said to him like, I don't want to turn 35 and live out the last 5 years of my 30s being sad and like continuing to like try to force myself into a situation where I could become pregnant and stuff. And I was like, you know, if I hit 35, I'm not saying like we're not going to continue to like be intimate and have our relationship, but I'm no longer going to be like calculating and thinking and planning. It's going to be like, in my mind, we're not going to be parents, and I've accepted that. Like like in my soul, I've accepted that. And so I said to him, I was like, you know, I want to take 2024 to like get my act together, become healthy, love myself again, because I'm a very confident person, and I think like that's how I was when you met me. And I don't think I ever lost like that confidence in like who I am as a person, but like again, I just put so much like negative energy toward myself, because I just never in a million years would have thought that this would have been an issue, and then it was. And so it just really tanked my self-worth and my like how I looked at myself as a woman and a person. And so I was like, 2024 is about snatching me out of that place and focusing on our relationship and like getting excited about what our future could look like without kids. You know what I mean? Like just as much as I'm obviously like rocket ship over the moon, the fact that I'm pregnant, like I actually did get to a place last year where I was like, being just the two of us could actually be like bomb. Like
Right.
the financial space that we're in, the abilities that we have to travel. And again, I'm not saying we're not going to do that with a kid, but I'm just saying like I was finally got to myself to the place where I'm like, if it doesn't happen, I'm also super content and happy. And I, with his help, yanked myself out of that negative mental space of like, I don't have value because I can't produce a child. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I really truly feel like I got myself out of that space. So my doctor said, okay, because if you want, she was like, if you want to re-enroll, let him live. What is he doing?
He was messing with the bag.
Oh, well then let him out if he wants to go
No,
out.
he doesn't want to get out. He wants attention. That's why.
Then just keep holding him.
He was.
You have to get used to holding
He
a
was
baby.
getting squirrely.
Look at
Yeah, you.
He literally is the best practice for a baby because he's so needy. He loves to be held, and he does things that he's not supposed to. He's purring. Anyway, so my doctor was like, if you want to renew in the program, you can, but then you're going to be on it for another year. And also my doctor said it takes about 2 months for like the medicine to get out of your body before you're allowed to start like really trying. Because you know, you don't want your baby to be susceptible to like any birth defects or things like that. So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
no.
No
Like,
3-arm babies.
no third eye babies, whatever. So that was what we were joking about. So I was like, okay, so I ended the medication at the end of January of 2025. Like that's when I stopped taking it. I was also on birth control at the time because again, they don't recommend that you take, although there are a lot of like Ozempic babies out there and like other GLP-1 babies. Again, I was on Zepbound, but there's like Wegovy, Ozempic, Zepbound. There's a million different ones. But she was like, you know, I was on the pill and they had suggested to me that I keep staying on the pill until 2 months after getting off of the
Zepbound,
the Zepbound. But I was like, I don't really want to do that only because I have had irregular periods my whole life. And now that I had lost 60 pounds, I was like, I want to see what my body does 60 pounds lighter with no medications at all. Like literally I took a women's multivitamin for the first like 6 months of this year.
Yeah.
I wasn't taking metformin again, and I'm not diabetic. I'm not even pre-diabetic. My A1C is perfect. This is all PCOS crap, okay? That is what's affecting my body. I don't have, but they were giving me things that they were like, well, the side effects can help with this and whatever. So I dropped everything. I wasn't even taking an iron supplement anymore. I dropped all of the medications and I was just taking like a normal women's multivitamin. And so those 2 months, February and March of 25, I took nothing. And, you know, we just like, we stayed like having protected sex. Like we were not going to get pregnant. Again, I didn't want a third eye baby. So then my birthday, ironically, was at the end of March 29. And like in our minds, that was like our green light.
That was the go day.
Yeah, that was like, okay, we can go back to like normal, whatever.
It's like when NASA's checking the weather, you know, is it still good for launch?
Yes, it was. We were go for launch.
Yeah.
So the stars had aligned. So then and by the way, like after, so again, the end of January is when I stopped the Zepbound and the birth control. I actually did get monthly periods from the time that I stopped the birth control up until I missed a period and then I was pregnant. So it was just so crazy because I would track them. I was like, Eric, I got my period again this month. He was like, that's great. And I'm like, but it's probably like a hoax or whatever. It's probably like, you know, whatever. And then also, and this is common with people that come off of GLP-1s, like sometimes you do gain a certain amount of weight back. And so I was really like anxious because I was like, okay, I'm getting a monthly period, but I'm starting to see my weight go back up. And again, I never stopped my workout routine. I never stopped like how we were doing food and stuff. So I'm like, I was down to like a really good weight. Again, not at my goal weight, but I was like, I was in a good place, much better than I was a year ago. But I'm starting to see that number creep back up. But I'm still getting a monthly period. So I'm like, okay, I just have to watch myself and I have to keep in tune with my body because I'm not sure what's going on. Then my birthday came, you know, we started like having like normal whatever. And then I got a period in April So in the month of April, I got my period like normal, and I was like, okay, we're still like on the normal train. But again, my weight was creeping up. And I'm like, this is my PCOS coming back. I was like, Eric, before we know it, my periods are just going to start getting weird again, where like sometimes I wouldn't have gotten them for like 3 or 4 months at a time. So I was like, we need like maybe I was scared because I was like, I just got all this progress. Like I just had a great year. I made all this progress, and like we're like getting into like the middle of the year, and I'm feeling me slide and losing my progress, and it was upsetting, right? Because I did so good last year, and I was like, this is exactly why I want to go back on this medication when I'm done with all of this drama, because I was like, it worked, and I just don't want to lose that. So anyway, I do get my period in April, and I'm like, all right. Then May comes, okay? May comes, and again, the month goes by. I'm supposed to get my period on a certain day. And mind you, part of why I was like kind of freaking out thinking my period was going to start rolling off the track again was because probably like March and April, those 2 periods, I got them, but they were late by a couple days. Like all of a sudden it started to shift where they were coming a little later and later. They weren't like on the money. And I was like, these are early signs of my body being like, screw you, Ashley. And I was like, and again, I was just going back into that headspace, but I was trying really hard not to. And then May comes. I'm supposed to get my period on a Thursday. It doesn't come. I don't even think twice about it because I'm like, again, this has been happening over the last couple months. I think my body is just, can you get back in frame? He's the only one in the picture here. Are you just practicing?
Put your paw down.
He just lowers it slowly. Anyway, so then May comes. I don't get it on the day I'm supposed to, but again, I don't even think twice about it. The next day is a Friday. We have a huge work event where we go to Busch Gardens. Okay. I love roller coasters. Eric comes with me, okay?
Because it's a half day at work.
Yeah, because it was like we did the work stuff until like 2:00 in the afternoon, and then like we were allowed to invite our friends and family to like have a fun rest of the day at Busch Gardens for like the rest of the day. And so literally I was front row on all of the roller coasters. My friends were there. Eric was there. We were having a great time. They were getting drinks. Yeah. I did not have any, thankfully. I mean, not that it would have been like the hugest deal. It's whatever. Like, there's a lot of people who like don't find out they're pregnant way like later, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I was doing all these things that I shouldn't have been doing.
Like riding roller coasters.
Listen, you can let him down if he's squirmy. I know, he's happy. But just don't mess with him. I don't want him to like scratch you.
Surefire way to get thrown out.
I want to touch him. I can't reach him. There's my boy. Anyway, so I'm literally at Busch Gardens with Eric and all of our friends, like riding roller coasters front row, screaming at the top of my lungs, acting a complete fool. It was like 1,000,000 degrees outside that day, and we were walking all over this theme park. Yeah. Like, we hustled, and we were dead at the end of this day. So then cut to the following week, okay? Didn't get my period on Thursday like I was supposed to. Obviously went to Busch Gardens and had a ball. The whole weekend goes by, still no period. Then I go to work, I like go into the office on Tuesday. This is I think June 4th. Can I see is your phone here? I want to be factual. Just tell me if June 4th was a Tuesday. I'm pretty sure, because I think I found out I was pregnant on June.
It's a Wednesday.
So June 3rd, because I found out on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so on June 3rd, which was the Tuesday, I go into the office and I'm like doing my job, not thinking about anything. And then one of my coworkers that's from the other team comes up to me. She's not on my team, but she's like on the team that we work with a lot. She comes over to say hi, and we just get to talking, and like her and I, we bonded a lot over like the infertility issues. Like she's been struggling with it a lot too. And ironically, like her husband is also named Eric. So like we just laugh and whatever. And so she was just telling me some updates about her scenario, and I was telling her about my scenario, and I was like, yeah, I'm nervous because I got off that medication a couple months ago, but my periods are starting to like not come on time like they were immediately after I got off the medication, whatever. And obviously when I was on the pill, it was regular the whole time. And she was like, well, have you tested? And I was like, girl, no, like that's not what this is. I was like, no, I haven't tested. I was like, this is what I've been experiencing for the past couple months, and I'm scared that like maybe I'll get my period this week, but maybe I won't, because it's just this is me assuming that my body is like hating me because of like all the PCOS stuff. And so she was like, girl, you need to take a test. And I was like, it's fine. I was like, fine, I'll take one. But like, I genuinely don't think that's what it is. So thank God I had the next day off, because again, I worked the 410s. So I had Wednesday like off of work. That was God, because I don't think I could have been productive whatsoever on that day if I had to like work. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you.
Oh, you were just like, you gave me crazy eyes for a second. Anyway, so Wednesday, when you take like that first period, like pregnancy test, like they recommend you take it in the morning, because like that's when your body would have the highest levels of like the whatever thing that you need. I think it's HCG. It's like when your body would have the highest count of that to be able to show up on a pregnancy test. And so I've taken 8 billion pregnancy tests over the last 6 years. Like usually I got a huge pack of them from Amazon. They have these like little cheapy strip ones, and they have like a bunch that come in a pack for really cheap, and it would also come with my like ovulation predictor kit stuff. And so I had a bunch of extra ones, because again, I hadn't been testing for over a year because I was doing the medication and we were like taking a break from trying. So I was like, I didn't even know if I had one, but I had a couple, and we'll get to this later, but they had actually expired in like April.
Yeah.
And so they were a month expired, but like it's, you know, like a month isn't going to change anything, but we took multiple more tests after that to confirm. But anyway, so it's Wednesday morning, we wake up, he's going to work, I'm planning to like be home that day, film, do my normal off day stuff. And so I go into the bathroom, I take the test, and immediately the second line shows up. Immediately. And I was like my heart sank into my butt. Like I was like, meanwhile, like this is me like just doing, I'm only taking this test because like my friend at work was like, you need to test, and I was like, you're crazy. But sure, I was like, at the end of the day, at least I'll just take it to confirm that's not what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like that was my mindset going into taking this test. Ironically, before I went to the bathroom, he was like messing with me, and he was like, oh, like don't leave the bed yet. And I was like, I have to go. I was trying not to say anything to him, but he's so freaking nosy. He's like, well, why are you leaving the bed? Whatever. We have like 5 more minutes to snuggle. And I'm like, I'm gonna go take a pregnancy test. He was like, oh. So this man already had ruined it for himself. So I go to the bathroom. Meanwhile, I'm like fully naked. I'm like butt naked. And I'm sitting on the toilet, I take this test, I'm like, again, heart sank into my butt, and I'm shaking. And so as I'm shaking, I'm like, well, I'm going to take another one of these little cheapy strip ones. And I dipped the other one and I left it on the side. As I'm like waiting for the second one to show up, whatever, I can already start to see the second line coming up on the second one. Eric walks into the bathroom, and I am sobbing. I am literally don't picture me, but imagine me butt naked on my toilet. Yeah. And Eric walks in to like brush his teeth, get dressed, get ready for work. I'm shaking and sobbing on the toilet with my head in my hands. And again, also he's not wearing his glasses. So he's also partially blind. And he's like, babe, what's wrong? What's happening? I was like, I think I'm pregnant. And he was like,
yeah. I was
what?
Like, well, then she told me about the 2 tests, and I was like, they're expired though. And she's like, yeah.
This man, okay.
So I'm like, no, we're gonna go buy new ones.
I'm like, I'm pregnant. He was like, oh my God. And I showed him the 2 tests, but then, because again, I'm also skeptical of everything, because I just couldn't believe this was real. So I literally was like, well, but they are expired. He was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, these expired last month. And he was like, that immediately made him like not get excited. He was like full critical mode. He was like, oh, well then we have to take another one to make sure it's real.
We have to go buy new ones.
He like wasn't excited yet because he didn't want to let himself be excited, because he was like, God forbid this is like,
God forbid this is wrong because they're expired.
A bad test or whatever. So, okay. So again, I put clothes on. He just throws a t-shirt on.
No, I get dressed like I'm going to work because I have to go into the office.
I thought you got dressed when we came back.
I
was blacked out.
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets dressed, I get dressed. We drive. There's a Circle K, like literally walking distance from our house. I can't even lie. There was a giant accident.
They shut down all but one lane
between our house and the Circle K which is basically down the block from our neighborhood.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in this traffic, like staring at each other, like, are you effing kidding me? So then literally we tried to cut through this neighborhood to get around it. It was a dead end. I was like, oh my gosh, we're wasting our time. So then we get back on the main road. We're able to sneak through the one little lane. We go to the Circle K. I buy all of their pregnancy tests, which is
was
two.
only two, yeah.
Two clear blue tests. And they were the ones with like the plus one. Like it shows up as a plus sign if you're pregnant. So we run back to the house. I didn't pee on it again. I had the same cup that I had used from the first one. Again, so sorry for the graphic nature of this video. And so I dipped it in, and then we left it there. It immediately turns plus. And then he just starts to cry, and then I start to cry, and it was just so like, oh my god. And then so we're like crying and holding each other in the bathroom because like we cannot believe that I'm pregnant. And then he's like, so, and I told him, I was like, I need to get the one that says pregnant. Even though I've taken at this point 3 tests and I very much believe that I'm pregnant, I'm like, I want to get the one that says the word pregnant. And he's like, okay, well, you go do that. I'm going to go to work. I'm like, you're going to go to work?
I had court that day.
He had court that day. I was pregnant and screaming, and he's like, okay, babe, well, I'll see you at 6:00 at night. Have a good day. And I'm like, okay, this man finds out he's going to be a freaking dad. And he's like, deuces, I'm going to go to work. And I'm like, if I had to go to work that day, I would have called in like deathly ill because I would not have been able to function. I, to this day, don't know how you compartmentalize that information and like did your job. Because I was unwell. Okay, so as one does, I told him, I was like, well, I'm going to my mom's house because I cannot deal with this information. So it's 8:00 in the morning. I'm pounding on my mom's door. I have a key to her house, but I was trying to like not just barge in. So I'm knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell, and like David works from home, so I'm assuming that like he's already up and getting ready for work. But sometimes my mom will sleep until about like 9 or whatever. Yeah. So I'm knocking on the door. No one's coming to the door. Ringing the doorbell. I call them. No one's answering. I'm like, oh my god, are they like sleeping in right now? This is an emergency. So I do use my key to get in the house. So I was like, hey guys, it's Ashley. And my mom, she's like in her PJ. She comes like stumbling out of her bedroom. She's like, oh my god, I heard the door, but I didn't know what was going on. Are you okay? And I'm just immediately in tears. And I'm like, Mom, I'm pregnant. And she starts to scream. She is screaming bloody murder. She comes and hugs me. We're both sobbing in the living room. David was in the shower. Yeah. He was in the shower getting ready for work, and so he hears my mom screaming. He didn't know who was at the door. He just knows that, like, mom is screaming. So he jumps out of the shower, butt naked, runs out into the living room, like, covering his junk, and he's like, what's going on? And she's like, go put some clothes on. Ashley's pregnant. And he was like, oh my God. It was so crazy. And so, like, we're all just crying and screaming. And I give my mom the pregnancy test, and then we just sat on the couch for 3 hours and stared at it and talked and stared at it. And then I told her that Eric told me that I had to get another pregnancy test that said pregnant.
That said the word pregnant. Go grab it. Is it still?
It says pregnant. So this was the test that I went to Target with my mom. And we bought the one that says pregnant, which, by the way, the real pregnancy tests are so expensive.
Well, you bought a pack of 7.
That's the only way they give you this one. So that's the scam, is this was the only one in the box of like 7 or 8 that says the word pregnant. All of the other ones are like the like regular one that I had already taken from the gas station. So I'm pregnant. So literally let me just tell you how covert I've had to been. This has been sitting on my desk. I prop it up and I stare at it because, again, to this day, I cannot believe I'm pregnant. So I just like prop this up on my desk and I look at it while I'm working, while I'm filming. It's literally been like out of camera view, like on my desk this whole time. We're having a baby. We're having a baby boy.
Yes.
Which we're so excited about. So we tell my mom, we go to Target, we're freaking out. He comes home from work, And this was the week we found out we were pregnant, like the week leading up to Father's Day weekend.
Yes.
So I was like dying to, like, I wanted it to, because we were going to go see his dad for Father's Day. So I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it be so great if we told everybody we were pregnant in the family on Father's Day? Because then it's like, you're going to be a grandpa, whatever. And everybody in our family, like, has been dying for us to become parents. And again, that was part of the pressure that I was putting on myself, is like, I knew how happy this was going to make so many people, and I felt like I was the reason it wasn't happening. And so I felt like I was letting the whole family down, which again, if you feel that way, I understand it, but try to get yourself out of that headspace, because it's not true. But I understand why people feel that way, because it's how you feel. You're like, what else could it be but me? So anyway, so I was like, because I was like so excited to tell everybody, I was like, Eric, we should just call everyone tonight. And he was like, okay. Like, normally, like, he has more logic to him, but like, we were both just like, so excited. So again, my mom already knew. We called my dad, we told my uncle, we told his dad, his mom, his step parents, we told his siblings, we told his uncle, right? We talked to Alex.
Yeah, I talked to him that night.
We told his uncle, we told his cousin and his aunt.
Yeah.
And that was
my grandparents.
Oh my God. So on Eric's side, he still has grandparents alive. So there's going to be 3 great grandparents, which they were like, oh my God. Like, they were just like out of this world excited. And again, like that, I can't even express to you like what that did for me. Actually, you don't know this, but after I found out I was pregnant, I was taking little videos of myself just like talking to myself about being pregnant. And so I'll have to go back and see if I can find them. But like, if I find them, I'll put a couple clips at the end of this video for you guys to watch. But like, I thought I was going to take a lot more video of myself talking about it, but our last like 6 months have been, or not even, by the way, I'm 12 weeks pregnant right now. When you see this video, I'll be 13 weeks pregnant, because my week flip over is Monday to Tuesday. So like,
no, it's Tuesday to Wednesday.
No, Monday to Tuesday.
I thought it was Tuesday to Wednesday.
No, Monday to, because I'll be 13 weeks when we go to the OB this Tuesday.
I thought you were at the last day at 12 going into 13.
No, I'm on the first day of 13.
Oh.
I'll show you the app when we're done. But anyway, so so when you see this, I will be on day 2 of week 13, which is crazy. So I what was I gonna say about why
videos?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So at the end of this whole whip and chat, I will, if I can find the little clips I took of myself, like talking about what I was feeling in the moment of like finding out being pregnant. Because obviously I didn't film myself finding out, because I had no freaking idea, and I was like butt naked. So, but I did like talk. I was like diamond painting, and I was like, I'm just gonna turn on the camera and talk to myself, and maybe this will never see the light of day, or maybe it will. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'll add that stuff at the end. But I was just like super happy and very emotional, and I was like getting excited about going to my first OB appointment. We went, so the day I found out I was pregnant, again, I went to Target with my mom. We got the test, hung out with my mom a little bit more, like just was digesting all of it. Then I decided to go home, and I actually had to film something, because I actually had to, like, my days off is when I film.
She had to do her YouTube stuff.
I had to do YouTube stuff for y'all. So whatever, I wish I could remember what video it was that I filmed that day, because
I'm sure we can go back.
Actually, I do have my thing here,
Yeah,
because
your schedule up.
Just know that I filmed this video blacked out, because I was literally pregnant. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my May 2025 diamond painting month in review, that came out the day of, but I don't think, you know what, I didn't film anything that day. The next day, because I probably was supposed to film that day, and then I lost my mind. But on Thursday, June 5th, because I found out on the 4th, I did, oh my gosh.
Was it the first one?
It was my very first Diamond Art Club sneak peek.
Yeah.
What is my life right now? I can't even believe that. I did not remember that. So I found out I was pregnant on June 4th. I didn't film anything that day because I was like squirrel brain. And the next day I filmed my very first Diamond Art Club sneak peek, which you guys ended up seeing on
the Friday, the 6/6.
The Friday. Yeah. Yeah. The next day.
Yeah.
So imagine, you guys were all excited about me being a Diamond Art Club sneak peeker. Meanwhile, I'm pregnant. I'm literally with child in that video. Okay, so anyway, I'm like getting hot. So
We can turn the fan up.
we can't turn this one up because it's loud and noisy, but you can turn that one on if you want. Just put it on the first level of the fan thing. Anyway, so the day I found out I was pregnant, I immediately drove to the hospital where so again, we had been seeing fertility specialists for a really long time. So it was like, we had been seeing specialists. I started with an OB when I wasn't sure why I wasn't getting pregnant. And they say like, after you've been trying for a year, you should go in and start to try to see somebody and chat about it with someone. So I had an OB from like back in like 2018, 2019, after we had been trying for a year and we weren't successful. So that OB, it was the only OB I've ever met with. I have a primary doctor, like a primary nurse practitioner, and we share that person. But I was like, obviously you can't get in with them that fast. And also like, I know family practitioners can like help with like all ages, but they don't do obstetrics. And again, I know that because I work with nurses. So I was like, I need to go to like a real OB, and I don't want to wait for my doctor to give me a referral and the whole thing and whatever. So I literally drive to the hospital where the original OB that I saw like 5 years ago, whatever, worked. And I just walked in and I was like, and they were like, oh, hi, are you like here for an appointment or whatever? And I'm like, no, I just found out this morning that I'm pregnant and I would like to make an appointment. And they were like, oh my God, congratulations, whatever. And they're like, are you a patient with this doctor? And I was like, well, yes, but it's been a very long time. And they were like, how long? Like within the last 3 years? And I was like, a little bit longer than that. And I was like, but I have been a patient with her before. Like she's seen me and she referred me to a specialist, and then I got pregnant. Now I'm back. And they were like, oh my God. So literally the day I found out I was pregnant, they were like, don't worry, baby girl. Like we got you. They set me up with my first OB appointment. It was going to be in my 8th week of pregnancy. I thought, because I had only missed my period, I was like 5 days late when I found out I was pregnant or whatever, like from that Thursday to that Wednesday. So I was assuming that I was like super, super early pregnant, which I was, but I was 5 weeks pregnant the week I found out. So 6, 7, 8. So yeah, like 3 weeks later, I was having my very first OB appointment, which was insane. Insane. Because they just tell you, they're like, yep, just do everything normal, obviously avoid like alcohol, drugs, smoking, which I'm like, I don't do any of those things. So I was like, I don't have to, whatever. They're like, just take it easy. Don't do anything crazy, whatever. Right. And I was like, no problem. So we went to my first OB appointment, week 8. We went together and we got pictures and we saw the baby, and we didn't get to hear the heartbeat, but we saw the heartbeat. Yeah. We were just beside ourselves. Yeah.
I mean, the pictures are still downstairs. Are you going to put clips up for them to see, or?
You should just go get them. I'm so sorry. This has been, honestly, my entire pregnancy. It's been a lot of, Eric, can you go get this?
Nothing new there.
I'm pregnant. Yeah, no, I did that when I wasn't pregnant. But anyway, he's gonna go get the pictures. Which, by the way, if you've never been a mom yet and you plan to be a mom someday, I thought like you got sonograms throughout, like a lot throughout your pregnancy. No, you get them like twice. One at the very beginning to like confirm you're pregnant, and then you do like a 20-week anatomy scan, and then you get pictures again, but they're not printout pictures. They like upload them to this portal. Obviously everybody's doctor and like system and medical group is different, so maybe you got more pictures. But like I was shocked. I was like, what do you mean? I see so many people with like these sonograms of like their baby and whatever, and like they're like, yeah, no, we print them out for you at your first appointment when we confirm everything, and that's at 8 weeks, and then you'll do a 20-week anatomy scan. But they'll continue to do like every time I go to the doctor, they like take my blood, so they're checking on baby and everything. But like it's not, I don't know, it's just I never knew what to expect, and now that it's happening, I'm just like, wow, this is so crazy. Like it's very different. So anyway, he's getting the pictures, but we saw our baby boy. We didn't know it was a baby boy at the time, but at the 8-week appointment, my doctor had said to me, your next OB appointment, like your next real OB appointment, like this one, go ahead and show them. Show them the good one though, where you can see his whole situation. Look at our baby. Let me hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any information you can't have here. I don't think so.
It just says your
It
name.
just says my name and my date of birth.
Yeah.
Which I'm 33, so whatever. I don't think there's anything. There's nothing about my doctor's office or anything on here. The heart rate was 151 beats per minute. It's just my name. I think it's fine. If it's not fine and you're a nurse and just don't say anything.
Right.
Here, let me show them again. Let me see it. Look at our baby. It's our little muffin. Our little peanut. Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah, so there's a fourth one, but can you shut the door so they don't hear the fan? There was a fourth picture that I already cut off of this strip because I put it in a little frame that we have downstairs, and it's like a countdown to how many weeks it is till we meet the baby. Oh, I'm so excited. So, week 8 appointment, we get the pictures. So exciting. It's one baby, even though his family was manifesting multiples. I was like, stop it.
Triplets.
Eric was like, we're selling the house. And I was like, chill out. Let's find out how many it is first.
Listen, man.
One baby.
After all these videos I've seen on TikTok and Instagram and all that about people being like, oh yeah, you're only having one baby. And then you go to the anatomy scan and all of a sudden there's 2.
Listen, if I have 2 babies inside of me right now, I need to be medically studied because I literally don't feel pregnant.
Listen, if we end up having twins, the house is going up on the market the very next day. I'm calling our realtor and being like, hey!
It's one boy in there, I promise. But anyway, so week 8, we get the pictures, whatever. And then they had said to us that, what was I trying to say about? I lost my train of thought when I made you go downstairs.
Don't do anything stupid. No alcohol. No...
Yeah. And then they were like, oh, at your next appointment. Oh, that's what it was. We saw the heartbeat on the sonogram. Oh, yeah. But then they said at the second appointment, you'll be 12 weeks pregnant. Well, I'll actually be 13 weeks pregnant. But they said at your next sonogram for the second OB appointment, you'll get to hear the heartbeat. Like we're going to do the fetal or whatever, the Doppler. And you'll be able to hear the heartbeat. So I was like, yeah, okay. Which... at the time, because they said in the beginning of your pregnancy, we'll bring you into the doctor's office once a month to check on your progress, your weight, how the baby's doing, growing, whatever. And then then when you're in your 3rd trimester, you'll start to come twice a month. And then the month leading up to you giving birth, you're going to come in once a week. And we'll just monitor you and whatever. Also, I'm doing the gestational diabetes test at my next appointment, which for you guys will have been yesterday. So this is going up on Wednesday. Tuesday is my OB appointment. Eric's going to be with me. I'm going to do the 1-hour gestational diabetes test, and we're going to hear the heartbeat. And they said by then I'll have a lot of dates already picked out for doctor's appointments. We've already scheduled the anatomy scan. That's going to be in October.
Thought it was September.
I think it's October.
No, October is meeting with the anesthesiologist.
Oh.
It's September.
Oh, you're right, because it's after we get back from Alaska.
Right.
Oh my God. That was a whole other thing. I'm like, of course I get pregnant the year I decided I was traveling literally everywhere. We went to Nebraska. We've gone to Margaritaville. We went to, where else did we go?
Alaska, Margaritaville, Nebraska.
Yeah, but there was a 3rd trip we did this summer.
The beach house.
Yeah, but there was something else.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. I was like, we got on a plane. Wisconsin, Nebraska, Alaska, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Colorado. This whole year. So at the first appointment, I was like, obviously our first question was like, can I go on all of these trips? Like, am I going to be safe? Is it okay? And they were like, you are totally fine until you hit 22 weeks or 23 weeks, 22 weeks.
Well, so the doctor was like most cruise lines.
Specifically for the cruise. They were
right. Most cruise lines were like after 24 weeks, they won't even let you on.
Right.
And so we found out with our cruise line, their time frame, their cutoff was 22.
Right. But so I'm going to be the cruise is 2 weeks long. I will be 19 and 20 weeks on the cruise, and I will be 21 weeks when I get back. So we just made it. And I still got a note from the doctor. The doctor wrote me a note that said, she's safe to travel, whatever. So we're still going to Alaska, which is great because I felt bad. I was like, oh my God, my mom's going to be so devastated.
Did we ever get the insurance?
What?
The insurance?
Oh, my mom's looking it up for us. He's talking about insurance for the cruise.
Did she look it up?
I don't know. We can ask her later. But yeah, so that is fine. And then the 2 plane rides to go to the 2 weddings are also fine. But like when we get back, November 15th is my cousin's wedding in North Carolina. When we come back from that trip, we are grounded.
Yeah.
We are not going anywhere.
If it's longer than an hour, we're not going.
Right. And in the car. Like, we're not going anywhere. So, so at my first appointment, they told me, you know, we're going to see you at your second OB appointment when you're 12 weeks. But if you want, we can schedule an earlier appointment for you to come in and just do blood work to find out the genetic testing and the sex of the baby. And I was like, sign me up for that. I have no patience. Could you imagine if we had to get the blood work done at this coming up appointment and then wait an additional week?
I mean, it would have been like around the same time that most people would find out, I think, right?
Right, but we have no patience.
I understand that.
I would have died.
I was yelling at the computer because it was taking too long to load.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So anyway, so week 10, I had blood drawn on the Thursday of week 10. And it was quick, in and out. They just drew my blood, and they
Should we start working on our whips? Because we're an hour in.
You can. I'm just so... Okay.
No, I know. I just...
We haven't even talked about Omaha yet.
Yeah, for a whip and chat, we haven't done any.
They're whipping.
We haven't done any whipping.
They're whipping, we're chatting. Okay, by the way, my whip today, and for the next full week, is going to be finishing these Jade Minis. By the way, I did finish all of the coasters. So this is a finish for me. Look how pretty they are. There's that one. This one. My mom did one of these. I can't remember which one she did in that video, but my mom did one of these. But these coasters are so good. I still have to, hold on, wait. Is it blurry? There you go. This one. And this one. So, I still have to seal them, and I still have to put the little cork backings on, but I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to give these to Mom as like a cute little coaster set for her patio. Yeah. But anyway, so I did do something. That's also why, if you guys are like, wow, Ashley is diamond painting slower than ever, it's because I've been literally freaking out and traveling and freaking out. And also work has been like trying my patience. Anyway, so my goal for the end of July is just to finish these dang Jaded Gem Shop minis. I have this one still as a whip. I still have to finish the pink part. Eric, get your face out. That little pink part, I'm hopefully going to finish it today. The last time you saw me working on this was my last whip and chat when I was getting ready to go to Omaha. I abandoned it because I had to pack, and Eric was yelling at me to get into bed because we had to go to bed. But I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 more minis left to do. I totally think I can get these done in a week.
Yeah.
I think I can. Like, truly, I think I can. And I can probably do multiple of them on my day off.
Probably.
So I'm not really concerned about getting it done, but I'm going to get it done. But yeah, you can show them what you're going to whip on while we keep talking.
Yeah, so I'm doing the Fast and Furious Toyota Supra from the first one, you know, the 10-second car.
Yes. Well, if they know Fast and Furious.
Yeah, after it was fixed up.
Is this Too Fast, Too Furious, or the first one?
Fast and Furious.
There you go. And this one has 810 pieces.
Yes.
So that's what he's going to be whipping on. I'm going to be whipping on this. Oh, but also... so I had bought, from Enabler's Outpost 2 pens. They weren't custom pens. They were pens that, like, I think someone donated to Elizabeth, and Elizabeth was reselling them. But these are the 2 pens I got. What is this? Oh, I think this is like a cover minder or something. Look at how beautiful. Ah!
Okay, and we're throwing things.
I'm just so excited. These are the 2 pens I got. They are absolutely stunning. There's like a pinky swirl purple yellow one. This is the one I'm going to try out today. I did order a Diamond Art Club 8-placer to put with it. There you go. So I'm going to, this is my Ride or Die Peachy Keen pen that I've been using for like ever. But I am going to put her away for right now. And I'm going to use one of my new pens from Enabler's Outpost. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. These pens are beautiful. Oh, can you shut the door? Ooh. Well, I'm not reusing this bag. I got violent with it. Look how beautiful this pen is.
That's very pretty. Does it glow in the dark?
I don't think so. I can't check that right now. But like, look at how gorgeous this pen is.
Can't or won't?
Both. Mentally can't, physically won't. Okay. So anyway, so I'm gonna load up glue dots on one side, and then I'm gonna put the multi-placer in the other side, and I'll use whatever putty I have around me at the moment. Which, let's just grab it. What putty is in here right now? Here's my glue dots. I know I have putty in here. Oh, Branda's Crafty Corner Lavender Lemonade Scented Putty. That's what I'm going to put in the multi-placer. Anyway, oh my god, I'm so crazy right now. I told you guys, this is insane. Like, again, we talked for an hour. I haven't even done anything yet. Thank you for saying something.
Well, I was like, it's an hour in. We haven't whipped. We should probably whip.
I'm too excited.
I understand. I'm excited too, but these people came to see other things too.
I don't know. I think
they came to hear us talk and to also watch us work.
They are excited about baby. I know. I already know some of my ride or dies out there are screaming right now. And I am so excited about that. Oh my gosh. Okay, Enablers Outpost. My 8-placer literally stuck right in. I didn't need to do anything special for it to get like stay in. Like it's in there. So I'm not gonna. Normally I would shove a bunch of glue dots into the hole to make it stay. But
seems excessive.
No, it makes it sticky. Ignore me. What is this? This came with my thing. I'll probably show these pens off again in my month in review for July. Oh, they're like little friends. They're not cover minders, but they're just like little friends. I have a koala and I have a snail. You have to move your head. A little snail. It doesn't want to wait up. Little snail. So cute. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put these back in here because I will absolutely lose these. I'm freaking out, people. Okay. So I'm pregnant with a boy. So again, we did the 10-week genetic testing. And when they took my blood, there were 2 tests that they did. Well, yeah. So they did one test that was like to make sure I like what the percentage of likelihood it was for our baby to have like chromosome disorders. So that was the first test, and that was called the Panorama. And that one also, or like the NIPT, if Panorama is what the genetic company that like I did my test with calls it, but like also it's called the NIPT, which is like whatever, the chromosome / what is your baby test. So we did that one. And then we also did this one called Horizon, and that one was a genetic test that helped us know if I was a carrier for any sort of disorders. And so the first test that we got the results for a week after I did the blood draw. So it was crazy. So Thursday I got the blood draw. That weekend we went to Margaritaville to celebrate my mom's 60th birthday. That Tuesday that we came home, we found out the results for the baby.
Yeah.
So I found out I was at work when the email came in. It was like 4:00 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. And I found out it was a boy. And obviously I was also very pleased to find out that I am negative for all of the carrier stuff and all of the chromosome disorders. Now, they tell you like a million times when you get the results, they have to say low risk because nobody can guarantee anything in life. And they're like, we can't tell you that like, you're for sure not going to have a baby with any sort of disorders or chromosome issues or whatever. But based on like your blood work and who you are as a mom, it's like, everything is like low risk, negative. And I'm like, that's so good. And then I also found out it was a baby boy. So I'm dying. I have to do a work event that lasts until 7:00 at night that night. Eric comes home while I'm doing the work event on Teams or whatever. I finally get off of the meeting and Eric is like, okay, so like, what is he? Like, what's the sex of the baby, whatever. And I was like, well, do you want me to just tell you or do you want to find out how I found out? Like, do you want me to open the email for you or whatever? And he's like, yeah, sure. Like, show me the results on the portal. So we're trying to load the portal and it's taking forever. And he's like freaking out. He was like, why isn't it going faster? And da 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 da. And I'm just like, I was like, now you know how I feel. I was operating on school internet trying to get these results on my phone. Anyway, so he found out it was a boy and he was very happy.
Yes.
We both were like, happy, healthy baby. His family was very much wanting a girl, but obviously they're very happy with happy, healthy baby as well.
Yeah.
But they were team girl big time. And then everybody at my job was team boy big time. So it's funny. I actually, growing up, like before I knew Eric, when I was just like a kid or like in high school and like, you know, you still think about that. Like, I mean, I don't know if everybody does, but like I really do feel like I knew as a young person that like I wanted to be a mom and I needed to be a mom, and that was like part of my story and part of my purpose. Like I've just always felt that way. I don't know why, but I've always felt like being a parent was going to be part of my story and part of my life, and I was just really excited about that. And so as a young person, I was thinking about like, you know, by the way, I take 3 glue dots. Is that excessive? Possibly, but it's what I do. So I was just thinking like, you know, I think I really want to have a boy because I really want to, this is me as like, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old. I was like, I think if I get, one day when I'm pregnant, because, you know, you're very positive as a youth, I'm like, when I get pregnant, and when I find the love of my life, and when all these things naturally happen to me, I was like, I'm going to have a boy, and I want to have a boy because I just want to put a really good, like, man on this earth. Like, I have suffered through some not great men in my life, and I just feel like I just really wanted to have a boy and to raise him to be an excellent man. And just, again, I wanted to raise someone who was going to treat a girl or their partner extremely well. Like, I wanted to raise someone who was a respectful partner, a respectful person, kind, loving, sweet, hard worker, you know, like all those things. But like, as a young person, I was like, I want to have a boy. And then I met Eric, and then, you know, he was like, I want to have a family too, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
He's never cared, like, boy or girl. I was very team boy, like, when we, like, growing up and when we were first together. And then, like, I actually warmed up to the idea of, like, having a little mini me, because, like, who doesn't love the idea of that? But, like, I don't know. Originally I was very strong on the boy train. And then, like, as I got older, and also as finding out that getting pregnant was going to be a struggle for me, I warmed up to it just being a happy, healthy baby. You know, everyone thinks that, like, everyone's, like, very confident in the beginning of, like, oh, when I do this, I want this. But then, like, when you actually struggle to get pregnant, you're like, 10 fingers, 10 toes. I don't care what they are, who they are. I just want them to be happy and healthy, and that's all. And that really is all that really, really, really matters. But, like, when you struggle, it's even more apparent to you that, like, that is all that matters. So I'm taking my scissors to cut off the excess on my single placer. Because, again, I put 3 because 2 doesn't seem to be enough, but 3 always is too much. So I think it's like 2.5 is probably the sweet spot, but that's not really a thing. So I just cut off the top of the 3rd one. And then I'll start rolling it on my shirt so that way it's not super sticky. But anyway, so, yeah, I started warming up to having a girl as I was, like, we were trying to get pregnant. And then also his family was super team girl. So that definitely warmed me up to the idea of having a girl. But then when we found out it was a boy, it just felt so right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it just felt like we were meant to have a boy. And again, I'm still so excited about all those things that I talked about, where it's like, again, Eric is such an incredible human being. And, like, the thought of, like, raising a boy to be a man that's going to be like him is, like, I am so excited for whoever gets to, like, be in that person's life. Like, when my son is, like, old enough to start thinking about, like, their future and if they want to get married or have a significant other, like, that person, I already know that person's lucky. Do you know what I mean? Like, I already feel like we're gonna raise our son to be such a good partner and a respectful human being, and, like, I'm just so excited. Like, I'm so blessed, and we're so blessed and happy and excited. I can't even put it into words. So yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at. We're having a little boy, and he is due February 3rd.
Yes.
of 2026. So a little Aquarius baby.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Like, it doesn't really matter if the baby is early or late. It's probably going to be an Aquarius baby because February 3rd is like pretty much smack dab in the middle
of that season.
Yeah, so that's fun. We've been looking up, and we're not like super strong believers in that stuff, but it's just fun. It's like fun to look at, and we've been like looking at all that stuff, and it's like, your baby is gonna be really stubborn and rebellious, and I'm like, great.
It's like, yes, let it grow within you.
Shout out to all of my Aquariuses out there. Please tell me what made you listen. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I'm just so excited. Are you so excited? I feel like I've been talking this whole time.
No,
how do you feel? You tell us how you feel, Eric.
I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to have a kid finally. I mean, like you said, we've been struggling for this for 8 years, and now it's finally paying off. Like, imagine if we knew back then what we know now about, like, you know, the Zepbound and GLP-1s and all that stuff. Granted, I don't even know.
That wasn't even a thing.
I was going to say, I don't even know if they existed or were called GLP-1s or if they were being used or if they were still being manufactured or made when we first started trying to have kids. But, like, you know, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's wonderful. It's everything we ever wanted.
Yeah.
And we're just so thankful and blessed that we're going to be able to have this baby. And again, it's like,
just use your head.
What are you talking about?
Your son, he's trying to open the door, but instead of using his head, he's pushing his paw through, and then because of the door is like closing slowly, he doesn't realize the door closes, he pushes his paw through, the door closes again, pushes his paw through. Did you figure it out?
Are you going to be okay?
Can you shut the door now?
Yeah, no, he can't do that. He's not considerate enough.
Rude.
Can you shut the door? Thank you. Anyways, yeah, I'm really, really excited. Like I've been saying, we have our second OB appointment the day before this video comes out, and we're going to get to hear the heartbeat, which is so exciting. We probably won't be able to put that in this video because I'll have already edited it the day before we go to that appointment, but I promise you, because Eric's going to sneakily get video of the heartbeat, if we can get that successfully, I'll put it in the next whip-in chat that we have.
Yeah.
Because, like, I am just so excited. Like, I was saying to you guys, like, I don't feel pregnant. I don't have those typical symptoms of, like, nausea and not feeling well. I have not felt nauseous at all.
Oh, except for one time.
Okay, but they actually, ironically, I told you guys about it. There was one person, okay, whoever that was, shout out to you in the comments. There was one person. So
Who knew?
They didn't know, but we went to Wisconsin and I ate a banana, and immediately it was like, my baby was like, screw your banana, I hate this.
The baby was like, I want donuts.
No, the baby was like, I want meat.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, his name is Eli James. Eli James.
Yes.
E-L-I and then James, James.
Yes.
Eli James. That's our baby boy's name. Again, we picked out those names. Like, if it was a girl, it was going to be Emma Marie, and if it's a boy and his name is Eli James. We picked out those names in 2017. I literally had in my notes app on my phone those two names.
Yep.
Because we never knew we were going to struggle, so we thought, like, oh, we need to think of this so we're not, like, struggling.
So we're not struggling with that later on.
And we surely aren't struggling because we have them written down. And immediately I looked at him and I was like, so is this his name? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, are you sure? I was like, we came up with those a long time ago. Like, if you want to rethink about it. He's like, no, that's his name. What made you so sure?
I mean, that was the name we agreed upon in 2017. I mean, that's...
But, like, that was, like, literally... 2017 was, like, how many years ago? 7 years ago? Almost 8 years ago? You're just like, yup, we locked it in.
Yeah.
That's... I mean, granted, I love the name, too. But, like, it's just crazy to be like, yeah, those names that we like, randomly picked out, like, 8 years ago. Like, yup, locked in. That's it.
What, you got regret now?
No.
Okay, then.
But I'm surprised that you don't. I don't know why. Because, like, now it's real. So I for some reason, I thought you were going to want to, like, rethink the name.
No.
All right. Well,
That's Eli's name.
Yeah, so the reason why, well, Eli, we liked the name. We both agreed we liked that name a lot. So we wanted to have our baby's name start with an E because all of the men in Eric's family, on his dad's side, they all have first names that start with E.
Yeah, and it goes back to like my great grandfather, I think, whose name I actually don't remember off the top of my head.
Well, even is your other grandfather Evelio?
Yes.
With an E?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't a tradition on his mom's side, but it was just a coincidence.
Yeah, it just happened to be that way. Like, my name is Eric, my dad's name is Eric, my grandfather's name is Enrique, my grandfather, my mom's side name is Evelio. I think my great grandfather's name, because I think my grandfather was named after his dad was Enrique as well.
So it's Enrique, Eric, and now Eli.
Yeah.
And Evelio. So anyway, that's why Emma Marie, whether it was a girl or a boy, we wanted our firstborn, which that's a whole nother story. Eric and I, we only really want one child.
Oh yeah.
If more happens, it's a blessing from God, but we are not going to try for another one. Like, he and I, from the beginning, again, before we knew we were going to struggle, we had always talked about having one kid and like pouring all of our attention and energy into one child. So like our plan is like one and done. But again, I don't want to speak anything negative in case a second one comes around. Like, I want them to feel just as loved and excited about. But like, and everyone all of his family is pushing for a second one already, which is insane to me. I'm like, do you know how long it took to cook this one? Can we just chill? Like, can we just be excited about the one that's coming? Anyway, so that's Latins for you. We have the one, and we're happy with that. But yeah, we wanted the naming to be something like special. I didn't want to like name them after someone per se, but I wanted there to be something cute about it. So it was going to be an E first name, whether it was a boy or a girl. And with the boy, his middle name is James because EJ, because Eric is EJ, because he's Eric Jonathan. So Eric is Eric Jonathan. So, and even though, so Eric is not a true junior. So his dad's name is also Eric Ross.
But we have a different middle name.
But they have a different middle name. But everyone called him EJ because his middle name is Jonathan. But people thought that meant like EJ, like Eric Jr. But he's not a true junior. And so I thought it would be cute if our baby was an EJ, but it was Eli James. And so, yeah. So there's going to be another EJ.
Yeah, although when we were at the beach house for Father's Day weekend, my dad's side of the family was like, you know, what are you gonna do if it's triplets? So we have to go through and name all the names, and that's when we were like, all right, we're officially gonna have an Eric Jr.
Oh, I said to them, I was like, if you crazy people, if you're like brujeria manifests a third baby right now, if it's a boy, that third baby will be a true Eric Jonathan Ross. Like, we will have a true junior. Because I'm like, there is no way in God's green earth that I'm carrying 3, let alone 2 babies. So I was like, if I have triplets in my body right now, you can have a real junior. That went everywhere. Oh, it's right there. Do you see it? Right there. Okay. Anyway, but it's a singleton baby. It is one boy. But yeah, we really only want one kid. But again, if another one shows up, blessings above. And we're moving.
Yeah, the house is going up on the market. If
Randomly, we get on here and you just hear me say, is anyone interested in the House of Wesley Chapel?
Yeah.
You know what happened.
But yeah, so ironically, not in the last couple videos, but over the last couple months, because I'm technically 3 months pregnant.
Yes.
Which is insane. We've been discussing moving stuff around. So over the next couple months, you're gonna see a completely different situation.
I mean, we've already moved some stuff around.
Yeah, but they can't tell in the video.
Right.
So right now, normally Eric's desk was in the closet. That opening that it still has all of his cars up top, but Eric's desk has moved into our master bedroom. And he moved our bed back into the center of the room because obviously in the first couple months that the baby's here, they're going to be in a bassinet next to the bed with us. So we moved the room around so it would be better equipped for that. And then we moved his desk and he's going to take this entire unit of Lego, and it's going to go right next to his desk. And our master is very long.
Yes.
So there's a lot of space. Like so the bed used to be on, like, if you think of a rectangle like this, our bed was like here, and the TV was all the way across the room on the far wall, like here. And then there's really like nothing going on in the middle of the room. We moved our bed to the center, facing the doors to our bedroom. And so the corner of the room is going to be Eric's side, and then the TV side of the room is going to be where the baby is with me, and the TV wall and like the dresser or whatever. So he's moving all of this stuff out. And then we're going to go to IKEA next weekend, hopefully if we have time. And I found these cabinets that I really liked from IKEA. They weren't that expensive. And we measured this wall out, and we think we can fit 4 of them like straight up in a line, but they're cabinets that come to probably like this tall. So I'm going to be able to hang diamond paintings on the top of this wall, and then the cabinets are where I'm going to store all of my like diamond painting supplies. And so because Eric is like the sweetest human ever, he's giving me this entire room.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Although she's already mad.
Oh yeah, well, we'll talk about that. But he's giving me this entire room for like my filming, diamond painting. It's basically going to be my real craft room. Like, this is my craft room. Did I think that getting a baby would equal me getting a craft room? No, but the reason it manifested that way is because where the baby is going to be, Eli is going in the guest room. So we're not going to have a guest room in the house anymore, which is fine because the majority of our family lives close enough to where they can come visit, and his family always stays in a hotel. The biggest issue is going to be my dad. My dad usually stays with us in the house when he comes down to visit, so he'll have to start getting a hotel, which is annoying, but we're having a baby. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say about that, but you know, most people, and like a lot of our friends live super close by, so like they don't need to necessarily sleep here. Also, our couch is very big and comfortable, so people could crash on our couch if they needed to, but we're not going to have like a dedicated guest room anymore. So,
Are you coming in? Get in here.
Is that Winnie?
Come here.
Come here, mommy. Come on, Winnie Win. Come here, baby. She's coming. Come here, babe. Oh, Winnie is so excited to be a big sister.
And to be out of the cone.
Oh yeah, and she's out of the cone. Look at her.
Slow blink.
Blink twice if you're in danger. She's good. Okay. Oops, sorry, girl. Anyway. So, oh yeah, so the guest room is Eli's room, which is on the other side of the wall. So like you guys are in front of a wall. That is the wall that separates my office from the guest room. The guest room has a bed in it. And so we got a bag to put, we're going to save the bed because it's a queen size mattress and it's like a really good bed. And like it's been slept on a handful of times by guests. So we're going to save the mattress and put it in the garage for when like Eli gets older and wants like a bed, because it's a perfectly good bed. The frame that we got for that bed was like Wayfair $300, and we've had that frame for like 8 years. It feels like 7 years, because we got the house right after we got married, like a year later.
Yeah.
We've had the frame for a very long time, so we're gonna just sell or get rid of the frame. It's just like a simple Wayfair bed frame. It's like not fancy at all. And then my diamond painting stash is in the guest room, so that's why Eric moved out of the closet, because now my entire diamond painting stash is gonna go in the bottom of this closet. It's completely empty right now. It looks crazy. But that's where my whole stash is gonna go. That way everything will be out of, oh, and then we have a dresser over there, but that dresser is gonna go in our closet, and Eric's gonna use that for his clothes and stuff. So everything has a place to go.
It's just moving everything.
It's just moving everything. So like, again, I'm excited that we finally get to tell you about being pregnant, because you guys are gonna be like, where did the big white thing go with all of your Lego? I still am probably going to have some Lego in here, just because like I still love Lego, and it's part of, you guys can never see it, but I have a ton of Lego that's like on the shelves above my desk. But there's still going to be Lego in here. There's going to be, but I'm finally going to have a spot to put like all of my supplies. Like I've just kind of shoved everything everywhere, and it's working, but it's not like
permanent.
It's not the best. Like I could be better at organizing my stuff. So once I get these 4 big cabinets, I'm going to have so much space to store all of my supplies, and that will clear out a lot of my desk area. And then also I can display stuff on top of the desk, or not the desk, but the cabinets. And then I'm going to actually be able to hang diamond paintings. So we'll have to think about which diamond paintings I want to hang. Like, obviously I need a Morales up there. Which one? I don't know. I was thinking whenever I eventually work on my huge Josephine wall, that would look beautiful as a centerpiece. I have Under the Stairs and Flower Delivery by Yume Art right there. I'm like, if I finished one or both of those, like maybe those could go up there. I don't know. I'm so excited to actually be able to like hang diamond paintings, because like we don't have any hung up in the house yet.
No.
We framed and hung the one for your dad,
right?
But that one, like, we don't look at all the time.
Because it's a beach house.
Exactly. So I'm just excited. I'm so excited. So yeah, you guys are gonna see a lot of room changing stuff, and like, I don't like. I'm still pretty early in my pregnancy. Like, I'm just barely getting out of my second trimester. I'm technically still in my first trimester right now. So like, I'm trying not to overthink it, but like, I'm a master overthinker, so just please bear with me. But one of the first things I already started thinking about, like when I was pregnant and like it was real and I was like, okay, this is like happening. I was like, what's going to happen with the channel? How am I going to balance like work full time, newborn? Obviously I'm going to take maternity leave, but you know what I mean? Like when I start getting back to normal, like how am I going to balance the channel, work, us, like life, travel, baby, la la la.
I already told her she could quit, but let's see how well that's going.
He's insane. He says absolutely unhinged things to me all the time, and one day it's gonna catch me in a rare form. Okay, don't get me wrong. It would be my absolute dream, to be a stay-at-home mom and to dedicate all of my energy and love and life into this baby boy. But like, financially, we can give this baby boy such a better life if we're both working. So I feel like if we can we don't have like, and I've talked about this before, we don't have any like crazy debt over our heads that's like not normal. Like, again, we have a house, we have cars, and we have student loans. That's our debt. Like, that's what our debt is. And so if we are very intentional about getting rid of some of those things, like in a more aggressive manner, we could maybe think about it. But right now, I have to keep doing what I'm doing. And also, I do really like my job, even though recently it's been testing my patience to no end. But it's you know, it comes in cycles, and like it's a growing process. And I've been with my university for 9 years. Going on 10. So it's a lot. It's a lot to process. And like, I'm so obsessed with him for being so supportive and being like, girl, just do your thing. And I would love nothing more to do that. But I also am someone who like, I see the bigger picture and I'm like, not yet. Yes, eventually, but not yet. Not yet. Just a little bit longer. Maybe I'll feel a little bit differently once my son is like, going into middle school, because that's actually what my mom did. So my mom worked my entire life, like multiple jobs, and when I was going into middle school, my grandmother, her mom was also diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And so my mom was like, there's no way that I'm going to have like a daughter going into middle school, which is like the craziest time in a growing child's life, especially for a girl, and also having to like take my mom to chemotherapy and all that stuff. So she decided to stop working, and she didn't work for the 3 years that I was in middle school, and while her mom was getting like situated with like medical care. And that was like so developmentally important for me. Like I do truly believe. What is going on with you? Oh, I know. There's literally a heat advisory right now in our area because of how incredibly evilly hot it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, dude, put the fan on. But anyways, so like that was so developmentally significant to have my mom with me in my middle school years. Like, she drove me everywhere. I was part of all these things. She was always available. She was at every soccer game. She was at every play, everything. And again, like, I have so much respect for moms who have to work, and like single moms and single parents who have to like do it all by themselves, work and be there for their child. Like, it's no joke, and like I take it super seriously. But also, like, thank God I have my mom here locally, because my mom immediately was like, I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna like when you do have to go back to work, like I'll come and watch the baby. I'll watch him at your house. Like we'll figure out a routine together. Like she's already retired at this point, so she's like fully prepared to help support us raise this baby while we have to do what we have to do. And like I can't tell you what a blessing that is, because again, it's stuff that we always talked about. Like, you know what I mean? Like we've always talked about like, one day I'm gonna help you and it's gonna be great. And I was like, yeah. But then we struggled, and then, you know, life does what life does, and you just stop thinking about things in that way. But like immediately she was like, I've got you guys.
Yes.
Like, which is so great. And I feel like, you know, I feel a little guilty because I'm like, I'm asking a lot of you. Like when I do end up going back to work after maternity leave is over, I go into the office 3 days a week. I'm off one day, and then I work from home the other day, the 5th day. So I'm like, I don't really know. That's like 3 days where you're full-time grandma, like taking care of my child. And then on top of that, like there's a work from home day where you might still have to be here, but like I can help a little bit. Like, but I'm going to be working. Like I'm going to be in meetings. I'm going to be busy, but like feeding and stuff, like I'll be around for that and whatever. So it's going to be a transition period, and I'm going to do my best to try to do it all. But anyway, we started this entire conversation because I was talking about the channel, and I was like, you know, Eric and I talked about it, and I was like, I don't want to stop YouTube. Like I just don't. It brings me so much joy. It's a creative outlet. I've built a community here. We were both so excited to tell you guys that we were pregnant. Like, right? We were.
Yeah. Because we were trying to figure out, like, when are we going to do it?
Literally, like, yeah, we were, like, trying to plan, okay, what day can we tell them? Because that's the same day that we're going to tell everybody else. Yeah. Like, we totally thought about you guys. Like, we were like, okay, how are we going to surprise them and tell them whatever? So, I really don't want to stop doing this. I think it will obviously look different, and we'll probably discuss that closer to, like, when it's more real. Like, not more real, but, like, when we're closer to like me actually giving birth, and like how I'm gonna come back and what that's gonna look like, and like how many videos I'm gonna be posting. Like I want to be super open and transparent with you guys about where my headspace is at with that, because I want you guys to not feel like abandoned or like, oh, she just disappeared or like whatever. Like I'm probably gonna do like, oh, like obviously when I give birth, I'm not going to be online for a minute because I'm going to be bonding with my newborn, and Eric's going to be on paternity leave with me, and we're going to have a lot of people visiting, and it's, you know, it's going to be too crazy for me to be like hopping on the camera and being like, hi guys. Yeah. It's going to be a lot. So probably like that first full month of me like postpartum, I'll definitely be like posting, like I'll post you guys some updates like on Instagram and like maybe even the community tab, but I don't know that I'll be feeling good enough to make videos. But hopefully like maybe like after a little while, after I've recovered and like I'm feeling more like secure in my schedule with the baby and all that, I'm thinking that like maybe I could start coming back like with just like the WIP chats, because these, honestly, I swear to you guys, these are my absolute favorite videos to make. It's once a week. We get to catch up. We always, like, you guys always make comments like, you know, it feels like I'm catching up with a best friend. That's how I feel too. Like when I post these videos and like you guys respond in the comments and then we're chatting with each other, it's like we're having coffee with our best friends and just like catching up on each other's lives and like things that are going on, and you guys give me advice or you ask questions and I talk back to you. Like this is why I love YouTube. It's the long form content and like the relationships. The unboxings are fun, the tutorials are fun, the tag videos are fun, but like this is it, right? Like this is what I'm really into. So basically what I'll probably end up doing is like once I feel up for it after I give birth, like I'll start doing these like weekly updates, so that way we can talk about like everything with the baby and like how things are going and whatever. And then like obviously I'm still a Diamond Art Club sneak peeker, so like I'll still be doing videos for that and like showing you guys any sneak peeks that I'm sent or other unboxings from other small shops that I'm buying from in the meantime. Like I'm still going to be doing all of that part of it, but I don't know. It's probably going to be like right now I'm doing 3 videos a week, so that's probably going to go down to 1 or 2 videos a week depending on my progress and my postpartum journey and how I'm feeling and where I'm at mentally and all that. But I just wanted to tell you like right up front, like day one, I don't have any intention of like going away forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not my goal. That's not what I want. Right now, what I want is to be able to find a way to continue to have this creative outlet while also supporting and raising my family and, you know, doing the things that I need to be doing in my real life. So yeah, that's where my head is at, and that's where we're at. And I'm really excited about everything. And so, yeah, an hour and a half in, we're having a baby. Baby Eli James, our little man, our little boy. Oh, and the other thing I can tell you is that this past weekend, we went to go, so we picked a date for our baby shower, because again, we're kind of navigating a bunch of time bombs going on, because we have Alaska in September, 2 weddings in like the beginning to middle of November, but then we're not traveling after that second one. So we decided our baby shower is going to be the Saturday after Thanksgiving, because we're going to have a lot of people in town for the holiday anyway, and we figured it would just be easier to, like, everybody's already here, let's just do the baby shower and all of that stuff, and then that way the whole month of December and January before the baby comes is like full-blown nesting, because after the baby shower I'll have all the crib and the stuff and the room and the, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do videos with you guys about like getting the baby room ready and like nesting. That's something else that I'll mention too, is like, yeah, obviously I'm still going to be doing diamond painting. I'm still going to be working on projects. I'm still going to do like whip and chats and stuff. But like, let me know how you guys feel about this. Because if you don't really care to see it, I won't do it. But I was hoping to do maybe some like other types of videos that are like, I don't want to call it a vlog because that's not what it is, but more vlog style videos too, like documenting my pregnancy a little bit and taking you on the journey of like, watch us set up Eli's room, or like an unboxing, like what did I get for my baby shower, or like when the baby gets here, like, you know, what stuff is useful and not. And I know that has nothing to do with the crafting aspect of like what this channel is, but I feel like we've gotten to this point now as a community where like, obviously, you guys know I love diamond painting. I'm still invested in this craft. I already told, so spoiler alert, Kara, Courtney, and Michaela absolutely know I'm pregnant. They already knew. I told them like probably like the second week I knew. Yeah. After we told all of our family, I was like, guys, guess what? So they've known this whole time. So shout out to my girls for like keeping their mouth shut. But like, they were already like, oh my god, mini DP Madness 2026 with a baby, with a mini messy girl cross. I was like, yes. So like, I still fully intend to do all that stuff and whatever. But I just think, I don't know, I think it could be fun to like do videos where we're like Eric's building stuff in the baby's room, and like Eric's dad is going to build a bookshelf for the baby's room. And I don't know, I just kind of want to bring you guys along for that, like, that part of the journey.
Oh, you want it out.
Is that Winnie?
Yeah.
Let her in.
She wants it out.
Come here, mommy. Whatever.
She wants us out.
Yeah, they're like, you guys have been filming for a really long time. Well, sorry, sucker. We're not done. Anyway. So I kind of want to bring you guys along for that part of the journey. So let me know in the comments. Would you guys be interested in some fun, like,
baby content?
Baby content. Yeah, like, again, like, I'm still going to be doing unboxings, and I'm still going to do a whip and chat, and I'm still going to do, like, my month in reviews, and, like, I'm still going to do all those things. So, like, don't think that what I'm saying is going to replace that stuff. But, like, prior to the baby coming, I usually do that third video, and I'm thinking, like, that could be a fun, like, kind of variety day video where it's, like, sometimes it's diamond painting related, sometimes it's baby related, maybe a little bit of both. Like, I definitely want to show you guys I want to do like a new room tour in here once we like get the cabinets and we take this down and we put my diamond paintings in the closet. Like, I want to show you guys that part, but then I also want to show you like Eli's room and how we get it ready. And like, oh my god, I picked out the cutest, most amazing wall mural for his room. We're gonna paint the whole room like a really nice, like soft white color, but then the wall where his crib is going, I found this mural on Etsy. Chef's kiss. It's so cute. So anyway, I want to take you along for that if you want to be a part of it. If you guys are like, meh, I don't really care, I can always do it for my members. So members, please chime in as well. But let me know. I want to do it for everybody. I think it's like part of my life and I want to take you guys along for this journey. But I also don't want to like shove baby content down your throat if you're like, that's not why we're here. And I'm like, that's fair. It's not why you're here. But also I don't feel like creating a whole nother channel for baby. Because I don't think I can handle that. I don't think I could manage a lifestyle channel and a diamond painting channel. Then I would have to quit my job, and again, I'm not prepared to do that right now. So I think the best thing to do is just take you all for the ride, and that's what I'm planning to do. But if you feel like that's not what you want, I also want to be nimble to that, because I can always just film stuff for me and then save it like for us.
Yeah.
Because I do want to document it one way or the other. But anyways, let me know in the comments how you're feeling about that. And I'll keep in communication with you guys about how I'm feeling, how things are going. I'm pretty sure at this point we've given you all of the updates as far as like doctor's appointments right now. So yeah, we've only had one official OB appointment. And again, for you guys yesterday, for us in 2 days, we're going to have, because it's Sunday, July 27th right now. So in 2 days, we're going to have our second OB appointment where we hear the heartbeat. I do the gestational diabetes test. And we talk about scheduling all of my other doctor's appointments out for like the rest of the pregnancy. And then we've already scheduled our anatomy scan for it'll be 21 weeks because it'll be the week we get back from the cruise that we do that. And then I had to schedule an appointment with the anesthesiologist at the hospital, and that's in October. Oh, we also already signed up for like all of the baby classes at the hospital. So like we haven't booked the tour of the hospital yet because that isn't open until September 1st. I booked everything for like when I'm going to be in my third trimester, because like that's when they tell you should do all that stuff because you're getting closer. But I was able to book it now because I just wanted to check. I'm really into just checking stuff off my list right now, because I won't lie to you, the last month I was feeling very overwhelmed, like by everything. What we had to do to get the baby room ready, I hadn't like registry, picking a date for the baby shower, all of the travel we have planned, the channel. There was just a lot. Winnie was in a cone. Kovu was being weird. Like, there was just a lot going on last month, and I was feeling like up to here. Work was insane. I was not having a good month last month, like mentally, because I was just like, there was just too many moving plates, spinning plates. But I already, like, this month, I'm feeling so good. Like, going into August, I'm like feeling like we have a plan. We're in a good space mentally. The baby is healthy as far as we can tell right now. Like, as much as we can know, we know. And I can't tell you how much that does for me emotionally and mentally, because again, I struggled to get pregnant, which I didn't expect. And so once I got pregnant, immediately those little negative thoughts start to go in your mind. Like, what if you miscarry? What if this happens? What if this happens? What if you do this or this or this? Like, it just, and I'm trying to do the best I can to like, no stress. I don't want stress. I'm taking those thoughts out of my mind, like whatever. But you know, they try to sneak in every once in a while. And so I've just been really like, okay, like the doctor said that everything looks good. You saw the baby's heartbeat. We're going to hear the baby's heartbeat next week. You know, your blood work came back good. You're at low risk for all the chromosome diseases. You're negative for all the carrier stuff. Like, I'm really taking those in stride, and I'm just trying to remain positive about it and just like whatever. Obviously, like, things could come up, and we're gonna take that as a team together, and we're just gonna work through it. But you know, I hope this baby continues to be happy and healthy. So again, whatever way that you do it, whether you send out good vibes, if you pray, however you manifest, like whatever it is that you do, if you could just send the good stuff to us, that would be so good. We just want all of the love and prayers right now that we continue to have a happy and healthy pregnancy and a happy and healthy baby, because this just means the world to us. And again, for me personally, it's been kind of freaking me out that I don't feel pregnant. I know I'm pregnant because everything indicates that I am, but like, I don't feel nauseous. I don't feel sick. I've been hungry and tired. That is what I've been feeling. I feel like I'm feeding a linebacker because every 2 hours I feel like I need to eat a full Thanksgiving meal.
Which we should probably think about dinner soon.
What time is it?
5:40.
Oh yeah, 5:40. Oh my gosh, we're going live tonight with our inner circle members, and we're not going to tell them early because I asked him if he wanted to, and he was like, "Well, no, because God forbid somebody says something. Like we didn't want to spoil it for everybody." But like, if you're a member and you're like, "Oh my God, how could you not tell us?" I'm sorry.
Blame me.
Blame Eric. He was like somebody's gonna spill the beans.
Yeah, to go back to the prayers thing and all that, if any of you are manifesting twins, go ahead and put your name in the comments. We know who to blame.
No, yeah, Eric's fully convinced that like at the anatomy scan there's gonna be 2 babies,
Listen,
and I'm like, don't say that.
For a solid 10 minutes, I was at work. I know I shouldn't be doing it while I'm at work, but I was on Instagram Reels and TikTok and all that stuff because I needed a break mentally. And I was like, oh, brain rot, perfect, let's do this. It was just nothing but parents going to the anatomy scan and being like, oh yeah, we only had 1 kid. Anatomy scan shows 2 bags. I'm like,
2 sacks.
2 sacks.
2 bags.
Whatever. 2 babies. And I'm like, that could still happen. That's still a possibility.
Yeah, so Eric is still like scared until my 20-week scan. But like I said, if I have 2 babies or more inside of me, I need to be medically studied because I feel normal. I'm just tired and I'm hungry all the time. But I was tired and hungry before I was pregnant. So
But we also found out that being overly tired and overly hungry could be a sign of twins, according to her what to expect when expecting app.
Yeah, I have the what to expect app. Oh, by the way, he's a lemon. By the time you see this video, he's a lemon. He's a
large lemon, I think, right?
A large lemon. He's currently a lime, but he will be a lemon next week when you see this. Yeah, I'm 99.9% sure it's one little boy in there.
We also found out that the Chinese predictor that they used in the app was wrong.
Oh,
they thought it was going to be a girl.
The Chinese predictor, based on the due date and my birthday, thought it was going to be a girl. And the heartbeat was 151, which is higher, which is more likely for girls. We also did the thing with the ring.
Oh, yeah. And
we tied a piece of hair around my wedding ring, and we see if it spun around or what pendulum.
It did the circle, which I think said it was a girl.
Yeah. It's all hoaxy-pokesy. We just did it for fun. But it was a boy.
Yeah.
It is a boy. He is a boy. So, yeah. We didn't want to do, like, a gender reveal party or anything, because in my mind, like, it's a fact. Like, I don't know. It's not that it's not meant to be celebrated, but, like, I don't know. It's the baby's sex. Like, it feels weird to be like, yay! Like, this is what's between your legs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, like, a weird thing to me. And also, I have no chill, and I needed to know. And
right.
I will be damned if somebody else in our family knew before we did.
Well, then it was funny when we were signing her up to do the appointment to do the blood draw. The nurse at the front kept telling us, like, if you don't want to know what the sex is when they do the draw, you have to be very clear. We're like, no, we want to know. And she kept saying, if you don't want to know, we're like, no, we want to know.
Yeah,
there is no question.
They were very, very cautious. Well, and even when I went to go view the results online, it had a pop-up that asked me if I wanted to know again.
Yeah.
And then when the girl from the doctor's office called me with the results, she asked again. So they were very good. Like, if I was somebody who was, like, unsure if I wanted to know or if I changed my mind, like, they would have caught it because they asked me, like, a bunch of times. But I was like, yes.
Yes, no, tell us now.
I told her, I was like, I know it's a boy. She was like, oh, congratulations. I was like, thank you. So yeah, I'm thrilled to death about little Eli. And I talk to him and I rub him. I'm currently in the stage where I can't tell if I'm fat or pregnant. Eric gets mad at me.
Yeah.
Because he's like, stop it, you're pregnant. I'm like, yeah, but I can't tell. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like when you're pregnant, your stomach starts to get like hard a little bit. And so I feel like the upper part of my stomach is starting to feel like a little bit harder. But then, like, you know, I have like I'm curvy, so I have a stomach. So I don't know. I'm like, when I go to the OB on Tuesday, I'm gonna be like, can you tell me what part of my stomach is pregnant, what part is not pregnant? Because I'm having an issue. She's gonna be like, your whole stomach is pregnant. Ashley, shut up. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know. But anyway, so yeah, I personally don't think I'm like super showing, but I'm also only 12/13 weeks pregnant. So from what I've heard from like friends and family, they say probably around 15 to 16 weeks, that's when I'll start to feel and see things. But I don't know.
Which is right around the time that we're also going to be going to Alaska, so.
No, Alaska is
18,
19 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
it'll be close, but like whatever. But yeah, Alaska is our next big trip. So our goal in the next 4 weeks is to completely empty out Eli's room, get everything out of it, so that way his dad can come up and help us like move some electrical stuff around that we need done in that room. And then once his dad does that, we can go to Alaska and the room will be empty and like wired correctly. Then when we come back from Alaska, we have a month. We have a month. Yeah, we have a month to paint the room, which is plenty of time.
Yeah.
We're going to paint the room and put up the mural on the wall.
Yes.
So 6 weeks is plenty of time to do that. And then we're going to go to the 2 weddings. We're going to have the baby shower.
Yeah.
And then when the baby shower's over, everyone's going to, because it's going to be like an afternoon, like lunchy time baby shower, when everyone wants to come back to the house, and we're going to have like a building party. So like the girls will like wash all the baby clothes and like put stuff in drawer. Like the boys are going to be building the crib and the
changing table?
The changing, I was like, thank God you knew what I meant. The changing table. His dad is going to build a bookshelf for the baby, so we're going to put that in the room and like install it to the wall so it can't tip over. We're going to like organize all the toys and stuff that the kid gets, put the rug down, like sweep and clean the floor. We're going to like, as a family, we're going to like put the baby's room together, which is going to be so much fun. And then yeah, it's just nesting. All the nesting.
Nesting season.
I was like trying to think if I wanted to put a diamond painting in there, but I don't know what I would do. Now, you know what's funny?
We have the dragon one, don't we?
We have the room theme is roughly dragons / Once Upon a Time. I'm going with Once Upon a Time because it's going to be like very like fairy tales, books, dragons, castles. It's going to be that. But I have so many different diamond paintings. I was thinking, since it's Once Upon a Time, it's not like pure dragon themed, but there are dragon things in the room that we're doing. I have that diamond painting, and you guys know which one I'm talking about if you've been around for a while. There's a diamond painting kit that I have. Have you I think you might know what I'm talking about. The mermaid with the little boy.
Yeah, the mother one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't. I remember we had a conversation where you were like, "I want this to be the one to show."
Or was it
the bear one?
No, the mermaid one. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if like us announcing we were pregnant was me kidding up the mermaid diamond painting? But like I didn't say anything. I just like put like kitten chat, like what I don't remember what it's called, like mermaid and son or whatever. Like I think it was like mommy time. I don't remember. It's a Diamond Art Club diamond painting, and it's like a mermaid. It's a mermaid with brown hair, a beautiful red tail. They're on the beach, and she's got her son up on her tail with like a cute little daisy. And I remember like getting emotional when I unboxed. Well, first of all, I saw that diamond painting on the website. I didn't allow myself to buy it because I wasn't a mom and I felt weird about it. Everybody yelled at me in the comments and they were like, Ashley, you absolutely must get that diamond painting. It doesn't matter if you're a mom or not. And one day if you are a mom, you're going to be happy you have it. It restocked. I bought it. I unboxed it on the channel. I told you guys that I was like hoping that like I could do it one day when I found out I was pregnant. And now I'm pregnant and it's a boy. And I'm like, ah! So let me know in the comments if you think I need to do that diamond painting and put it in his room.
Gee, I wonder what the comments are going to say. Yes.
They're going to be like, no.
If they're no,
they're not going to say no.
Then we have to have a conversation with that particular individual.
No, they're not going to. I don't know. Well, I mean, also some people just don't like diamond paintings as like decor. You know what I mean? Like it's not because they don't like the picture. They just don't like to use that. But like it's a really cute diamond painting. And like the mermaid, again, she's brunette. Hello. She's got a red tail. That's my favorite color. And like the little baby is like a little boy merman. He's a merman.
Yeah.
He's a little merman. But yeah. So the mural will go on one wall, but I have actually a spot where I could put like a decent sized diamond painting because that one's definitely not small. But like it goes with kind of like the Once Upon a Time theme a little bit because it's like fantasy and like mermaids and I think it'll work in the room. So let me know. Let me know what you think. I cannot believe I'm having a baby.
I know.
I could just like soak it in. Do we need to look at the test one more time? This is what I do when I can't believe I'm pregnant. I just look at this. I just like look at that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. My dad is so mean. My dad was like, yeah, the battery's probably going to die in that one day. And I'm like, don't tell me that, because then I'll have to pee on another one. Because I wanted to say pregnant forever. I've taken a million pictures of it, so don't worry, it's going to last me a lifetime, but like, don't. But I just wanted to say pregnant forever.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Oh, another thing that I've been doing is because I love to torture myself, I started a playlist on Spotify of like songs that make me think of like being a mom and like my little boy. And like every time I'm in the car by myself, I'm just sobbing. I was like an emotional person already, but like I was pretty good about keeping myself in check with like crying. I have no filter anymore. The pregnancy hormones are real, and anytime I hear a song that's remotely like my little boy or like raising a child and like watching them grow, I'm in full blown boo-hoo crocodile tears.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got
the
hit.
Fucking the freaking Randy Jackson song, or no? What the hell? What's his name?
What? I don't know what
Alan
you're trying
Jackson.
to say.
Hold on, I have it here. I think.
Don't play it.
I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna look up the title. Come on, Spoofy. Rodney Atkins. Watching You. Yeah.
Watching You
by Rodney Atkins.
You should add it to the playlist.
I have it on my playlist.
No, but I meant like I have a playlist that says Eli James now with a
Oh.
big crying emoji and a blue heart.
Dude, I didn't even see that.
I literally just started it the other day because I was in the car like scream crying by myself, and I was like,
look at that.
so feel free, any song that makes you cry, add it. Add it to that so we can just sob.
That's what we'll play on the way home with him.
Dude, that Dan and Shay song had me.
Which one?
This, if it's in the playlist. I don't remember what it's called. It's the first time I'd ever heard it, but I was sobbing.
When I Pray For You?
When I Pray For... Sobbing.
Mm-hmm.
Sobbing. But anyways, so you're also not a friend.
Well, I was doing something.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. We have so much to do.
Yeah,
I literally am 3 months pregnant. Like, I'm a third of the way there.
Yeah. And we're going to have plenty of time to do it all.
And I feel normal. Like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Did any of you guys guess that I was pregnant? Like, be honest. Like, don't lie. Did you, like, were you, like, look at me? Because, like, whenever I do my unboxings, I'm standing up. Like, did you notice that I was looking bigger? Or did my energy feel weird? Or were you like, oh, she looks different or she's acting weird? Because I knew. And I was trying really hard to, like, keep it together. Are you, like, fully shocked right now? Or you were like, I knew it? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments.
That
if
one
you know
person
it.
that guessed about the banana is freaking out right now.
Yeah, the banana comment, they didn't like fully call me out. They weren't like, oh, I know she's pregnant. They were like, oh, could you be feeling sick because of something else? Like, they were like in like hinting at the thought of.
I'm gonna laugh if they said that actually meaning like, are you sick because of a different reason, not because you're pregnant.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure they meant pregnant,
Yeah.
but like. They didn't fully say it. And it was funny. I think my comment back was just like laughing emojis.
Yeah.
I was like, ah, I don't know. I don't understand why you would say that. I love bananas. Ah. Yeah. Meanwhile,
Eli is like, no bananas.
I was fully pregnant. Yeah. Eli is hungry for like literally Thanksgiving dinner. He wants meat. He wants meat.
He's gonna love Thanksgiving then.
He is. He's gonna eat like a little horse because he just wants me to be having protein 24/7. I'm not a huge fan of Greek yogurt, but I am now. But like, I don't even love the taste of Greek yogurt. And he's like, yeah, no, we like that now, and we want a lot of it. I'm like, okay. So actually, Eric made me, because I usually order my steaks medium rare, which I can't have that while I'm pregnant because you can't have like undercooked meat or whatever. Because you could get like E. coli or whatever, and that can be bad for the baby. So Eric found out how to sous vide a steak.
Yeah, our Instapot, never knew it, has a sous vide button.
Yeah.
Never saw it, never knew it.
And I hate well done meat normally, so I was like, it's gonna suck and I'm gonna hate it. He's like, let me just try it one time and we'll see how it goes. It was actually really good. It's basically the tenderness and the juiciness of a medium rare steak, but it's fully cooked through. It's actually kind of mind-boggling. Like, I don't like to look at the meat because it makes me think it's not good, but then I eat it and I'm like, oh wow, this actually tastes like a normal medium rare steak, or even a medium steak would taste.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been eating lots of protein and I've been drinking tons of water. I've definitely been getting in my liquid. And I will say I have been extremely good about my caffeine intake. I have been sticking to the 200 milligrams of caffeine a day. I either choose to have a coffee or I can have Diet Coke. Like, I can only have one or the other, and I don't supersede 200 milligrams per day. And, like, it's mostly water. I'm drinking mostly water. But I feel like we've been making really good decisions with, like, that type of stuff.
Yes.
And like I said, luckily with this baby, I haven't been craving sweets. I've been craving protein. So, like, every once in a while, I'll have, like, a sweet treat. But, like, mostly I'm wanting, like, carbs and protein. And I know the carbs can be a little dangerous, so I'm trying to be good about that. But, like, it's fine. Like, it is what it is. I've heard so many things from different people. Like, some people are like, I gained 60 pounds when I got pregnant. And then other people are like, I gained 15 pounds. And, like, then you have, like, what the doctor recommends and this, that, and the other. And, you know, I'm thankful that my OB and the team, because there's, like, 5 different doctors that could technically give birth to or help deliver my baby. But the very first one I ever met with, I was like, so lay it on me, doc. Like, am I high risk? Am I a problem child? And she was like, Ashley, literally 95% of my patients are high risk. Like, your BMI, like, it's such an archaic way of looking at health. And unfortunately, it's still what we use to this day. And, you know, I look at high risk pregnancies as a scale. And I think that you're very low on that scale and you're doing what you need to do. It's just that, like, you have to make sure that you're watching what you put in your body and just remember that the baby's having everything you're having and just to do your best. And we're going to monitor it and we're going to make sure that everything's okay. And like I said, I'm doing the gestational diabetes test this week and they're like, you know, we're paying attention to it, but don't feel like you're the problem because, like, literally nowadays everybody is high risk for some reason or another. And I'm like, that made me feel a lot better just because, like, again, I'm really good at blaming myself for everything. So she made me feel really good and, like, you know, just chill. And when I went to my first appointment where I met her when I was 8 weeks pregnant, you know, when the sonogram tech, not even the OB, when the sonogram tech was, like, looking at my baby while she was doing the ultrasound, she was saying, she's like, the fetal pole looks really good. It looks like the baby stuck really well. The baby was like, I mean, literally, if you look at this picture, you can see his little arms and legs. It's crazy. This is at 8 weeks. Do you see the look at his little arms and legs.
Yeah, his little nubs.
His little nubbies. So this is the fetal pole right here. That, first of all, we thought that was the second head and we thought we were having twins and we almost, like, threw up and died. But the doctor, or the sonogram tech was like, no, that's the fetal pole. That's going to turn into the placenta. That's the head right there. And then those are the little arms and legs, those little 3, well, there's 4, but you can't see the 4th one. But those are the little arms and legs. And that's, like, a blurry picture. And then that was just the heart rate. But this is the good one. Oh, my gosh. I love it. Yeah, 8 weeks. This was 8 weeks. And it was on June 24th was these pictures. That was my 8-week appointment.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
He looks just like you.
Oh, wow.
An alien.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah. So now that we've literally talked about the baby for 2 hours, do you want to talk about Omaha?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So
his work people are weird.
So
I'm gonna just say that right off the bat.
So it's been a week. We flew to Omaha. I had to go to Omaha for work. I was sent by my job to attend the
conference.
I'm trying to remember it. I can't remember if it's North American or National Association.
They don't care.
But for court management essentially, because they want to. I guess they're trying to get me into moving into that direction, whatever. So we flew out. It's in Nebraska. It's in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha. Okay, no hate to Nebraska, but Omaha, Nebraska, ain't nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay, ain't nothing. And okay. Maybe, so there was a big baseball stadium, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll catch a game. The whole town seemed very baseball-oriented.
Yeah.
It was a ghost town.
There was, like...
full week we were there, and there was, like, nothing to do.
Yeah, there was, like, very baseball-oriented. There was, like, 3 or 4 sports bars, all within a block of each other. Which is crazy.
And we ate at all of them, and they were all, the food was really good.
We ate at 2 of them, not all 3 of them.
Oh, not the other one, yeah.
Yeah,
But
not
the
Mo Curly's.
the food was really good, and like we did have some of his work friends did go to the zoo, and so we didn't end up going to the zoo because it was so hot.
Yeah.
And again, I'm pregnant, and I was like, I don't want to die of the heat because I have to be careful.
Yeah.
But the zoo was an option, but we didn't go to the zoo. The aquarium was attached to the zoo. But we just were like, he was so busy during the day, and I was actually, the whole time that he was at the conference, I was building my registry. Like, I was working on, like, building a registry while I was in the hotel room and watching Shark Week. Shout out to Shark Week. But that's what I was doing. And diamond painting and relaxing and trying to relax and whatever. But, like, I was not bored in the room, but, like, we did barely anything, like, outside other than go to dinner. We did go to the, what was it called? The Old Market?
Yes, the Old Market.
We did go to the Old Market. There wasn't anything too crazy there. We ate at Spaghetti Works.
Yes.
Which was really good. And then we shopped around a little bit, but we didn't really buy anything crazy.
No.
We got a magnet for the fridge at the airport. We didn't even get t-shirts. Like, we got, like, nothing.
Yeah, no.
Normally we get, like, a couple little things, but we didn't even get anything.
Yeah, no. So they sent me to Nebraska. I told, I of course was like, oh, Ashley will come with me. So they booked my flights. I worked with them to book the flights, but they had to pay for them on the company card, and we booked through Southwest because 2 free bags. This was before they changed everything. We booked right around when they were changing everything. We were booking before they actually officially changed everything. So to make sure that there were seats for Ashley to be able to come with me, I booked this early as hell flight on Sunday the 20th. We left at 5:20 in the morning to go to Houston, and then from Houston to Omaha because there was no direct flights. So, and then our flight back was on Thursday at 6 o'clock, where we flew into 6 o'clock p.m. We flew into St. Louis, and then flew from St. Louis to Tampa, and then we didn't get home until I think we got off the plane.
12:03 was when the plane landed.
No, the plane was supposed to land at 11:40. We landed at like 12:15.
12:03. That's what I'm saying. That's what the board said.
I don't trust the board.
Okay.
We didn't get home until 1:15 in the morning.
Yeah. And then we had, like, all of our stuff.
Yeah, and then we had all of our stuff. I had to go. We both had to go into the office the next day. It was crazy. But Omaha was interesting. The conference was a lot of fun. It was, like I said, it was for court management. The theme, I'm trying to remember what the theme was. It was...
just there this past week.
I know, but it's been such a crazy week. It was promoting trust and integrity or something like that through
it doesn't matter.
Through customer service, whatever. It was fine. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a bunch of different sessions. The first day was on Sunday where they had like a welcome event. So I went to that. I checked in, went to that. They had
took everybody's drink tickets.
Well, no. So one of the people that went with us was her name is Brooke. She's one of my work people. She doesn't drink, according to her, anything unless it's tequila, unless it's a mimosa. And she had asked the bartender, do you guys have the stuff to make a mimosa? And the guy's like, no, we don't have orange juice. Not the Prosecco or not the champagne. They don't have orange juice. And she was like, okay. So she gave me her drink tickets. Because she was like, I'm not going to use them, so I might as well just give them to you. And I'm like, okay. So I took her drink tickets and I was having drinks. So then we go ahead and we're there at the welcome event. They also had like light hors d'oeuvres. So we're there just having a couple hors d'oeuvres. And one of our other people walk up. His name is Wes. He walks up and he's got a glass in his hand. And it's a glass of orange juice. So Brooke looks at him. She's like, where'd you get that? He's like, oh yeah, the bartenders have orange juice. And she just looks at the bartender. She looks at him. She's like, they told me they didn't have them. I'm like, well, it's too late. I already got the drink.
Yeah, I already used all of your tickets, so sorry about it.
Yeah. So that happens. We
Tuesday we went to dinner.
Yes.
Originally Eric and I were like, well, if we're in Omaha, we gotta have steak somewhere.
Yeah.
Or go to like a steakhouse or whatever. Again, I couldn't have the steak because I refused to order a filet well done. It's like sacrilegious to me.
Yeah.
So I actually had, it was like braised what was it?
You had braised short rib.
Braised short rib gnocchi, which was actually delicious.
Yeah.
And then like all of his work people wanted to join us for dinner, so we actually got like a big table and we all ate together.
Because when we were still here in Tampa before, and Brooke and I both found out that we were going to be going to Nebraska, she was like, you know, are we going to go get steak? Like, are we going to get Omaha steaks? I'm like, yeah, of course. So, and then, you know, we had made that plan early on. So we get to Nebraska, and you know, I'm coordinating with everyone to go to this, because I asked when we checked in, like, what are the good steakhouses? And of course, they're going to say the one in the hotel. But then they were also like, oh, you can also go to these other ones. And I was like, okay. So I texted everyone, like, look, this is what the hotel told me. You know, where do we want to go? And it was Brooke and Fawn, who was one of our other people that went, and they were like, oh, let's just go to the one in the hotel because it's easy. I'm like, okay. So we ended up going. I made the reservations on Monday because we were going to go Tuesday to the steakhouse. So I walked into the restaurant and was like, hey, this is what's going on, because we didn't know how many of us. I think 11 of us had gone, or 10 of us had gone to the conference, but we all didn't have each other's numbers, so we didn't know like who was for sure going or not, who had brought their partners, the whole nine. So we go. I tell them, look, I have for sure 7. I don't know if these other 5, or 3 to 5 are going to be joining us or not. And they're like, okay, we'll go ahead and get you set up in the bar. We had the reservations for 5:30. We all show up, except one of our people shows up late because she was off exploring.
What an odd duck.
She was off exploring Old Town with the person that she met at the conference.
Also an odd duck.
Yeah. So it was a fun time. We had steaks there, Jay Gilbert's. I had the ribeye. I had the 14-ounce ribeye, and then they had, which I thought was delicious, poblano. What was it? It was potatoes au gratin with hatch poblano peppers, hatch cooked poblano peppers, like diced into the cheese. It was fantastic. I thought it was delicious. Ashley had her braised short ribs,
and
gnocchi, yeah. And then we each ordered, because we got, like, they had a prefix menu, so we both got the prefix menu. So we each ordered a piece of carrot cake, thinking it was going to be like, this dainty little thing. They gave us a slab.
It was like, we had recently gone to Gideon's in downtown Disney and had gotten a piece of cake from there, and like we couldn't even finish it.
It was the same thing.
It was the same size, but that we had 2, and
yeah.
It was carrot cake. It wasn't even that great of carrot cake either, which was disappointing.
Yeah.
Because whatever. But it was fine. The dinner was great, but the carrot cake was like whatever.
Yeah.
But again, I think I would have probably loved that carrot cake more if I was not having this particular baby, because he just does not care about sweet things.
Yeah.
Nearly as much.
Well, the night before we had gone to, or no, the 2 nights before, the Sunday we had gone to Insomnia Cooking. You weren't even impressed with that.
Yeah, and I've eaten Insomnia cookies before, and when I was in Chicago, and I loved it. But we went and got like a box of like 6 cookies to have throughout the time we were in Omaha, and I was like not impressed.
Yeah.
At all. Like at all. But whatever. I'm still a big fan of ice cream. I have enjoyed an ice cream. Not as much, like I don't want it in as big of quantities, but like I do like a sweet treat, but like it doesn't need to be like the size of my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The closest thing I got to that was when we went to the Rainforest Cafe. And Mom got the volcano.
Yeah.
I did eat that happily, but that was like brownie. Anyway.
Plus, it was also shared amongst like 4 of us.
Correct. So, yeah, Omaha was like, it was good. And again, I'm just really happy because I actually did get to focus on like building my registry. I finished it. When I say I finished my registry, so Amazon has like a checklist of like everything that like most parents want and need when their baby is coming. So I 100%ed the checklist. We're still thinking of things like every now and then of like what we need to add. Like I need to add a baby on board sticker for the cars. I added recently like a sleep sack, so that way like as the baby like gets older, like they can transition out of a swaddle, like little like I'm just thinking of things. And as people talk to me, also one of my best friends, Samantha, she's in Georgia, her baby girl is turning 1 year old in August, and she and I FaceTimed while I was in the hotel, and like there's a bunch of like gender neutral like sleeping things and clothes that she's like donating to me, and then also some like kids stuff like a play mat, a Baby Bjorn bouncer, a bathtub for the baby. So like she's giving me, she's one of my very best, she's like my oldest best friend that I have. Like I've known her since like 8th grade. So she's like giving me a bunch of stuff, which is great. And we were just talking about like, because I'm gonna try to breastfeed. If it doesn't happen and my body doesn't let it happen, it is what it is, but I'm gonna try. So she was like talking about like, oh, if breastfeeding doesn't work out for you, like this is the formula that I used with my baby and it worked really well. And like, so we were just
some
like
German folk formula.
Yeah, it's like some super good German formula thing. I don't know. But like hopefully breastfeeding works out. But like it's good to have options. And I'm the type of person where like, because so many people that know that I'm pregnant already have like said to me like, tell me if I'm being annoying, or like don't like tell me to shut up if you don't want my advice or whatever. And I'm like, I'm a first time mom. I've never been pregnant before. I don't think people telling you what worked for them hurts anybody. Obviously, like, don't have the expectation that I'm going to take every piece of advice you give me, but like, I like having options, and I like having real people's stories of like, this worked for me and this didn't work for me and this worked and this, like, I like to collect that type of data then to make my own decision on what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind when people share like, this was my baby's favorite stroller, and this was my baby's favorite formula, and this was my baby's favorite sleeping whatever, or toy or whatever. It's like, tell me those things. Like, I don't, even if you guys want to drop in the comments like anything fun like that, like I don't mind. I will never be offended by someone sharing their experience and like what worked for them, because just like I was talking about my PCOS and my pregnancy journey and my everything, everybody is different, every baby is different, every family is different, everybody's how they do things is different, traditions are different. I will never judge anyone for like how they did something or what they're telling me. Just like come at it from a place of like, hey, this is what worked for me. Like obviously, like I would do the same thing. Like if I was getting like when I was talking about again my PCOS, like I can only tell you what happened to me and my story and how it worked for me, but I will never tell you to copy what I did. You can just take my story as one of the thousands of stories out there and then choose what to apply to your life, if anything at all. Do you know what I mean? Like that's just always how I view it. Like I don't get upset when people share their opinions or thoughts, as long as they're not doing it in a way that's like shoving it down my throat or being like, well, if you don't do it this way, you're stupid because this worked for me, so clearly it's going to work for you. Like that's ignorant. But like if you're just like, this is what I did, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, and then I'm like, oh, well, this is what someone else did, and I kind of think that might be better for me because of my situation. You know what I mean? Like I'm all about sharing. Sharing is caring, but also do it in a way where it's like no one gets offended if like I do what I want to do because like it's my life. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So everyone in my life has been very cautious about saying things to me, and I'm like, don't be afraid to share. Just do it like respectfully, and like I think that everybody kind of has understood that. But it is nice having like a really close friend who just went through it all, because like again, I have tons of friends who have gotten pregnant, like, but none of them are super close to me. Like Cynthia, my friend that has the twins that are basically like Eric and I's niece and nephew, I helped raise them. Like we were there from the day they were born into this world 3 months early to today when like we throw them around in the pool and they're like 7 years old. So it's one of those things where we actually, like, by proxy, did just recently help raise 2 preemie babies. Again, we're not their parents. Like, their parents did the most of the work. But, like, we saw it all. We saw the doctor's appointments. We heard about the physical therapies and the speech therapies and getting them set up for school. Like, they're both going into 1st grade this year, which is insane.
I know.
Insane. But, like, it's kind of nice to have been witness to that. But then I have my other friend who again is like one of my oldest best friends, and like her baby just turned 1. So it's like a different perspective of like a person that's like raising 1 child, like, and it's like brand new, you know, in a similar space to mine. And so anyway, long story long, I'm open to whatever you guys have to share. Just share with no expectations attached to it and everything will be fine. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. Omaha was fun. I finished my registry and like the basis of the registry.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling in a much better place because now we're just at the point where now that we're back from all of our summer travel is officially over. His mom is coming up to visit in 2 weeks. And we're going to go like shopping because now we know it's a boy, and so we can like shop. Dude, every time I see his stepmom, she gives me a bag of clothes that she had bought because she's going crazy. I love it though. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I want everyone in my family to love this baby with their whole chest. Like, I will never stop a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, anyone who wants to be a part of this baby's life and love this baby and be with him and like, I want that. Like, I want that so much. And so, like, I'm never going to make someone stop doing something because they're loving the baby. Do you know what I mean? Plus, it's also very helpful, like, if people are getting him all these things and then it's one less
thing we gotta buy.
One less thing we gotta buy. And babies, we know, are expensive, even if you're only having one. So we're very, very thankful for all the support we're getting from our family. I know not everybody has that luxury. And so, like, trust me, we are incredibly grateful. But, like, when his stepmom and dad came up this weekend, we were looking at venues for the baby shower, and immediately, like, it's attached to a mall. This restaurant's attached to a mall. So, like, we went shopping and they bought even more stuff. And then me and my mom went to Walmart and then we bought even more stuff. It was like, it's been unhinged. The last 3 months have been unhinged in the best way. And again, I just, like, the little evil voices in my mind are like, what if something happens and you lose the baby, and then, you know, like, all of this excitement was for nothing and you're going to disappoint everyone. But I'm like, Ashley, shut up. Like, that's not what's going to happen. Baby is fine. All of the things have been fine. I'm finally getting out of my first trimester, which is why we're telling you guys, because, like, this is when the chance, like, the percentage likelihood of a miscarriage goes way down. Yep. Again, anything is possible, but we're manifesting good vibes and we're praying for a happy, healthy baby, and we're doing all the things that we're supposed to be doing for that to continue to happen. So, yeah. That's where we're at. But everyone's been super supportive, and like his parents are coming up, or his mom and stepdad are coming up in 2 weeks, which is really great because that's the first time we're going to see Peter since he got out of the hospital from his heart attack. So, but we've heard that he's been doing so much better. He's walking around, he's doing cardiac therapy. Yes. The doctors are still telling him he's like a miracle and oh my God, like, he's crazy. So, like, things are going really, really well. But we're excited to see him and hug him, and he's going to be walking around and going shopping with us. We might need to go a little slower and, like, take some breaks. Yeah. Because he will try to push himself, and then we will yell at him. Yeah. But overall, like, he's doing really well, and he's hitting all the milestones he's supposed to be hitting for his recovery. So that's great. But yeah, we're just excited. And then after his mom visits, his dad and stepmom will come back up because Eric's birthday is September 2nd. And so we might go to Orlando for his birthday before we leave for the cruise, just to, like, see his family before we go for 2 weeks. So we'll do that. And we might go to Discovery Cove. We have to ask the doctor if that's okay.
Yes, we have to ask the doctor if it's okay if you're in a pool with stingrays.
All I want to do, I don't even care about swimming with dolphins. I just want to stand in that pool where the stingrays, the manta rays, they come up and you can feed them and you can pet them and you can swim with them. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do.
The door is open.
What do you want, Winnie? Oh, she's bringing you a baby.
Come here.
She has a little toy. She has a little mushroom toy. Mommy, is that your baby? Are you practicing for Eli?
What's wrong? Bring it here.
She's like, no, you bring it. She's like, no. She has literally, like, a little mushroom toy that it's like her baby. That's so cute. Anyways, bring her mushroom so she doesn't get all upset. Do you hear her? Mommy, show them your mushroom. Can they see her? Her little Ew, that thing needs to be washed. Look at the mushroom.
Yeah.
But show them her baby. That's her little baby. She actually has a baby ice cream cone, too, that's somewhere. Oh, you dropped your baby. You're not a really good mommy if you're dropping your baby. Anyway, I'm so sorry about this whip and chat, y'all.
Go.
Oh my. Did you see how he threw it at the... You should have threw it down the stairs. She would have chased it. Anyways, so sorry for how disjointed this whip and chat is, but it's been... Oh, yep, there she goes. Anyway, can you come back in here? You can't just abandon the whip and chat.
Abandoning the whip and chat.
Is there any other updates we have? Oh, okay, so diamond painting stuff. Diamond painting stuff. So I finished the Diamond Art Club coasters, which we talked about. I do plan to finish these Jade Minis in the month of July as my only diamond painting finish for the month of July, like meaning like main finish. Like I have special project wise, I finished the Santa Mickey Magic Sparkle Pal while I was on the trip to Omaha, which I filmed that and you guys have already seen that. I'm going to finish these Jade Minis. I finished the coasters, which was another special project. And I didn't finish the row of Angel of Justice, but I got very close to finishing it. So I'm going to just keep working on it until I finish the row. And then in August, I will continue to like rotate through my canvases. Oh, I actually made decent progress. I haven't, the Embrace of the Pumpkin by Kikowa from Unimade, that kit that I kitted up, I did successfully bring that to Omaha with me and I worked on it in the hotel room. I finished like the first row.
Yeah.
I finished the whole first row of the diamond painting and I'm like a quarter of the way through the second row, but it's a small canvas. It's 50 by 50 centimeters. The glow drills are so fun to work with. They're really fun to place. I haven't actually seen it glow in the dark yet, but I'm excited to like look at it in the light and then like see how it glows. But that's been going really well. I think what I'll probably do is after I finish the Jade Minis, I'll then go back to Angel of Justice and finish the row I was working on. Then I probably will rotate back to the Tea Party because I haven't touched the Tea Party this entire month. So in August, I'll do a row of the Tea Party if I can manage it. And then September is going to be like cruise time pretty much because we leave for the cruise. We're gone like the 8th through the 19th of September. So I'm going to be kitting up that really pretty, what is it called? Indigenous collection diamond painting, that beautiful one with the Aurora Borealis and like the bear near the lake. That is the canvas that I'm going to take with me as like my quote unquote larger canvas for the trip. But I'm also going to take a plain, like I'm not going to whip that out in the plane. I'm going to bring out like, I'm going to kit up probably another mini set to be doing on the plane. Which I'm not sure which one I'll pick. We'll have to see if there's one that's like in theme. Mm-hmm. I do have like a national parks one. And technically Glacier National Park is a thing.
It is. I mean, we're going to be in Denali.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to pick a mini set to do. I have so many mini sets. I was on the phone the other night with Michaela and we were just chatting and I think I counted like I have 35 mini sets. It's insane. That's a lot of minis.
Yeah.
I'm addicted. I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, so I'll pick a mini to do on the plane ride to Alaska and back, and then I'll have the main canvas for while I'm gone. And so you guys will see videos about that closer to September. What other diamond painting things? Oh my gosh! 5,000 subscribers.
That's right.
Dude, this video, anything else I can share. So we hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I am just, again, I became a DAC sneak peeker. I'm pregnant, and I hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube.
What a year.
What a couple months. This has all happened in the last 3 months. And I get to check off another thing on my bingo card because, number one, I hit 5,000 subscribers. But number two, they came out with a canvas last week this week, but for them last week, that had over 100 colors. That was on my bingo card too. What is going on? And then August 8th is my diamond painting anniversary.
Yeah.
And actually, we have a surprise for you about that. We're going to start a new little...
Oh.
We're not going to tell you what it is yet. But we have something...
What are you talking about? Because I don't remember.
No, you remember. Right? You remember.
Yeah, no, I remember now.
Okay. Eric and I have brainstormed a fun little venture.
Oh my God, that's next month. I forgot that's
yes,
next
month. we have to like have a little business meeting. We have to have a little planning session. Anyways, we have something really excited that we're going to launch after my 1-year diamond painting anniversary. Also, could you please get back in this frame?
I am in frame.
You are not? Okay.
I am in frame. They can see me.
Now they can.
They can hear me too.
Listen, right? Your face is the moneymaker. I need you front
and
center.
Yours is the moneymaker.
Anyways, so yeah, we have something really fun planned. That's like a new series that's going to be on the channels. And nothing about the baby. Again, this is like, the baby is new information. We've actually been planning this for like a couple months.
Yeah, we talked about it a while ago.
Yeah, I think like towards the beginning of the year, I brought it up to you as an idea.
No, it was closer to, I think, March.
Okay.
March-ish.
Okay, whatever. I brought it up earlier this year, and like we've been like thinking about it for a while, and I was like, let's do it. So
doing research on it.
yes, so I'm really excited. My diamond painting anniversary. I'm just gonna triple check the date on the thing. I'm pretty sure it's August 8th. Yes, it is. So August 8th is a Friday. So I'll probably like either that whip and chat, that week, or maybe on the 8th, like we'll announce like what our fun new project is going to be. But yes. I'm really, really, really excited to share it with you guys. I don't think I've seen anyone else do this in the diamond painting community and the YouTube space, so I'm really, really excited about it. Again, I'm not trying to tease the crap out of you, but also I'm very excited.
Pay attention the week of August, everyone.
They pay attention all the
I know,
time, but I'm
extra attention.
Extra attention. So yeah, that's really exciting. That's coming up. Diamond painting anniversary, bingo card stuff. 5,000 subscribers. Also, to thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers, because again, we would not be doing this without you.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even believe all of the things that have happened in the last literal year, but I am so incredibly thankful for this community and for all of you guys that are out there watching, for the subscribers, for my channel members. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and support that you've poured into me and Eric and my family. Everybody talks so much about how they loved like the family chats where like David and my mom. Yeah, they're like, you need to do that all the time.
But with who?
With them.
With them?
Yeah, or anyone. Eventually, my plan is to get his dad on here too.
Yeah, you think I tell a lot of stories. He's a storyteller.
Honestly, once he found out he was a grandpa, I was like, we can't bring him on the channel until everybody knows, because he would not be able to like remember to not say anything.
Yeah, he would have been too excited and been like,
he's way too excited.
Yeah,
so now that he knows, maybe we can do something about it. But like beforehand, because we were there during Father's Day, and I was like, we could film something, but he's gonna spill the beans because he has no self-control. But yeah, so anyways, back to what I was saying. Thank you guys just so incredibly much for everything that you guys have done for me personally, and the love and support, sharing the channel, sharing videos, commenting, subscribing, supporting through memberships. Like, I cannot thank you enough. I can't believe that I have 5,000 of you that wanted to subscribe to this channel, and I haven't even been diamond painting for a year yet. Like, I'm blown away. Like, I'm completely blown away, and I'm so thankful for all of the gifts that I've received this year, and the friendships that I've made. And again, this is the creative outlet that I've always dreamed of having, and I just never knew what it would look like. And now that I know what it looks like, I never want to let it go. So thank you so much for giving me so much joy in that way. It's huge.
Yeah, you hear that, y'all? You're stuck with us for a very long time.
You're really stuck. And now you're going to have a baby to deal with.
Right.
So we're all stuck with him. We're all going to raise this baby.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
What is it that they always say? It takes a community?
Yeah, it does. It takes a village.
Takes a village.
Also, random thought on that. I personally don't care about showing his face. Do you?
No.
Okay. He's a baby. Like, what are you going to do? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
don't be weird, right? Like when we have this baby and we show you our baby, just don't be weird.
Yeah.
It's a privilege that we're allowing you into our lives to see this baby.
I still remember.
Don't be weird. And we will keep showing you our baby.
I still remember when we went to Bob Evans with the twins. You remember that?
No, what happened?
Oh my god. They were young. They had to have been maybe a year and a half. We were in Fort Myers visiting them, and we had all gone to Bob Evans for breakfast.
Yeah.
And when we were getting sat down, the host looked at Ryan and was like, "Oh, she has such pretty lips." And we all looked at him.
Oh,
we all looked at him like,
yes.
"Excuse me?"
Yeah, like he made. Wow, I like suppressed that because I was like fiery. Yeah, this weird waiter like made a comment about.
Oh, he was the host. He sat us.
Whatever. The weird host made a comment about her lips.
And we were all of us just turned and looked at him like, want to run that by us again?
Where's the dumpster and can I put you in it?
Right. Like,
anyway, just don't be weird and don't be mean. Weird and mean is not allowed on this channel. Well, good weird is okay. We're weird.
Yeah, bad weird.
Bad weird is not okay. And I trust you to know the difference, and if you don't, we'll decide for you. But anyways, back to being thankful of the 5,000 subscribers. Thank you again so much. And actually, we have a giveaway.
Yes.
We have a fun little giveaway for 5,000 subscribers. So we wanted to give away a $100 Diamond Art Club gift card to one lucky subscriber. So thank you again so much for being part of this channel. Please subscribe, and again, if you're not subscribed already, you can subscribe now to still be a part of it. What we're going to do is there's going to be a link in the description box below, and it'll say 5,000 sub giveaway for the gift card. There's going to be a link, and basically you're just going to enter the giveaway by entering the information in the link. I haven't actually created it yet, so I don't know what it's going to say yet, but it's probably just going to ask for your email address. I figured a gift card would be really easy. That way, international, domestic, everyone can participate. And I'm just going to email the winner the gift card, so I'll figure out how to do that. The code or whatever, I'll figure out how to send it to you. And yeah, so we're going to do a $100 Diamond Art Club giveaway for 5,000 subscribers, and thank you guys so much. It was funny. One of the I think my last Whip and Chat, I told you guys that I had or no, it wasn't Whip and Chat. It was because I found out I hit 5,000 subscribers while we were in Omaha.
Yes.
And so I posted on the YouTube community chat and on Instagram, thank you so much for 5,000. And I have a surprise for you. The surprise was the baby. The surprise was Eli.
Yes.
But also, I wanted to do a giveaway. So again, description box below. There will be a link there. It'll probably also ask you for your YouTube handle, because that's how I can confirm that you're a subscriber. So definitely put whatever information it asks you there. Again, I'm not going to do anything weird with your information. I'm just going to use it for the giveaway, and then I'm going to delete the survey. So
we're not going to sell it or anything.
Yeah, we're not selling your information to the big corporations or anything weird. And again, only enter if you feel comfortable. But if you are interested in winning a $100 Diamond Art Club gift card for our 5,000 subscriber giveaway, please feel free to fill that out below. What I'll probably do is have it be open until Saturday at midnight. That way next Whip and Chat we can announce the winner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so, and again, all the deadline information will be in the description box and in the survey below, but I think since you guys are going to see this on Wednesday, we'll leave the survey open until Saturday at midnight Eastern time, and then that way on Sunday when we go to film the Whip and Chat for next week, we can announce who the winner is. Whoever we pull as the winner on Sunday, I'm going to probably contact you before Wednesday, obviously, so that way, again, I don't have to worry about someone fake coming forward and claiming your prize. So if you do enter for this giveaway, please make sure that you use an email that you actually check, and that you look at your email. And again, I'm going to be emailing the winner sometime between Sunday and Monday. So again, make sure you're checking your email on those days to see if you won, and then I will chat with you so we can confirm everything, and I can give you your gift card, and then we will announce who won in the video. So anyways, yeah, I'm really excited about it. Again, thank you guys so much for everything. I couldn't do this without you, truly. I love this craft, and I could do the craft without you, but I don't think it would be worth my time to do videos if I didn't have people that I felt cared about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So thank you for caring. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, so I guess the last thing we have to do is question of the day.
Have we really gone through everything?
I think so.
One last thing about Omaha. The mixed nuts at the social.
Oh my god. First of all, okay, he can tell you more, but the Mixed Nuts is basically a cover band that was at this evening social that he was invited to. And I didn't go because they were trying to charge $75 for a +1. And I was like, I don't need to go see the Mixed Nuts and eat hors d'oeuvres.
They were so good the year before in 2024 that they brought them back. So I read the thing and I was like, who in the world are the Mixed Nuts? I have never heard of these people before, but apparently they're good. So they had the social at the Steel House, which is a weird concert venue, club.
It's an event space.
But it has a big open stage, but then it also looks like a club because there was a big wide open area.
Sure.
It was weird. So they have the Mixed Nuts there, and I want to put this on back.
Focus,
Sorry.
husband.
They have the Mixed Nuts there. So we walk into the Steel House. And we just hear music, and we're like, okay, cool. And it's Jackson 5. And we're like, all right, cool, good way to open it up and everything. So we walk in, they give us a drink ticket, so we walk over, we get a table, and we're hearing, they're playing Jackson 5. I have videos of all this that I'm not allowed to show because of the
He comes
copyright.
home from this event. He's like, I took so much videos for the Whip and Chat. I was like, babe, I'm copyright. I can't play literally any of that.
I was
like, no!
Yeah, so I was like, oh, well, we have the video now.
You're so funny.
Yeah. So we go ahead and
You know what I can do? I can't. I don't know if I can post the whole video, but maybe if I can do a community post and do a snippet of it.
that could work.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
No promises. But if I can figure out how to post a small clip of the mixed nuts for the whatever, it'll be in the community chat on Wednesday.
Yeah. So and they were actually pretty good. They started off with Jackson 5, and then they transitioned into like Backstreet Boys, and then they went from Backstreet Boys into Get Low and Yeah. And they threw in there in the middle of it Cupid Shuffle, and I'm like, what a weird.
They must have been exhausted.
They were a weird. It was a.
Were they like an older?
No, they were younger.
They were young.
They were in like their mid to like early to mid 30s. It looks like.
Wow.
Yeah, they were all like our age.
Should have made BFFs with the mixed nuts.
Yeah, but they were actually pretty good. So if you go ahead and search the mixed nuts on YouTube, I haven't looked.
Oh yeah, that's probably better. Never mind.
Yeah,
just search the mixed nuts.
Yeah, I haven't looked to see if they have a YouTube channel or not. But if you see,
they do because Wes looked them up. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. He was listening to them.
Yeah,
the
he was trying to figure out.
beforehand.
He was like trying to figure out if they were good.
Go follow them on YouTube. They're actually pretty good. They're actually pretty decent.
We'll link their YouTube.
No, go find them. Go find the mixed
No,
nuts.
if they have okay, first of all, you're kicking your
I'm
pregnant,
trying to play footsie with you,
kicking your pregnant wife.
Yeah, I'm trying to play footsie with you.
You heard it here first. He's kicking his pregnant wife.
Oh my
arrested.
God.
Anyway,
Oh my God. Listen, the amount of times I've seen you beat me.
beat you.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I
the
should be the one.
drama. No, you're always like gaslighting me in these videos, and now it's your turn. He's kicking his pregnant wife.
No.
I'm
trying to play footsie with my wife, and she gets mad at me.
No.
I see how it is.
Oh my God, the drama.
But yeah, go
Anyway.
follow the mixed nuts on YouTube.
If I can find their channel, I will link them below. Where's my book?
It's right there.
Oh, I love that. Oh, by the way, pregnancy brain, 100% real. The day I found out I was pregnant, I passed my house.
Yeah.
It kicked in immediately, and also I've lost my mind. So that's why I've been very scatterbrained the last couple months. Anyways, what number should we pick?
What's it up to 1,000?
2,000.
2,000.
Also, I'm determined to finish this dang flap.
Should we do? Oh no, that would be too much. I was gonna say 2,326 for Eli, but
we
it's
could do
too high.
we could do 203 for his
so
due date.
203, yeah.
203 for Eli's due date, February 3rd. Okay, I love that. February 3rd.
Eli, when you watch these videos in the future, remember that
Oh my
your parents
gosh,
love you?
Eli is never gonna watch this.
Yes, he is. Because we're gonna tell him that mom used to be a YouTube star. What? Oh my God. We're gonna tell him that mom used to be a YouTube star and that he can go find her channel still. And he's gonna be like, what? And he's gonna go look it up and be like, oh my God. I was there for some of these videos.
I'm so glad that you're in this video while I answer this question, but also, what a left turn from all of this happy joy.
Oh God.
Do you believe in the death penalty?
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. What a turn.
Yep. That's his due date. Do you believe in the death penalty?
Alright. What a weird turn of events.
Uh-huh. That's wow.
Huh.
So, thoughts, feelings. Also, again, I always say this, but if you guys want to answer the question in the comments, feel free to if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, you don't have to. But also be kind to each other. This is a very differing opinion type of question, so don't be mean to each other. There are two sides to this, and maybe even a third that I'm unaware of, but also just, like, be nice. Anyway,
If there's a third side, I'm unaware of it.
Well, I mean, some people might feel like yes, situationally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, some people might believe in it, but not, like, in the way that it's currently being enacted.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I believe in the death penalty.
Yes.
Yeah. If they've done something crazy enough to merit having to be sentenced to death, yeah, take them out.
But, like, so you believe in the justice system enough to believe that they get it right enough so that... Because that's what I'm actually... I love how I said, like, if there's a third option, I might be the third option because I'm, like... I know that there's people that get judged and, like, people get it wrong sometimes.
It's hard because working with judges...
Yeah.
I see that they do the best that they can with the information that's provided to them at the time.
Right.
Like, the decisions that they're making when they're making those decisions are based on the information that's provided to them at that exact moment.
Right.
So I understand why... Oh, this should be more like this. I understand why sometimes the decisions may look to be very difficult or make it seem very like
it could have gone either way.
Yeah, like I fully understand that.
Because I mean, when you're in a court of law, like you have to prove but beyond a shadow of a doubt, right? Like that's the standard.
I think it's even higher than that.
Beyond the shadow of a doubt, I think that's. I'm pretty sure that is what that's the standard for trials that are like, you know, murder cases and stuff like that.
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
Beyond a reasonable doubt. I was close. That's what I meant. Like
yeah.
You have like when the jury is voting on a verdict, it's beyond a reasonable doubt for them to be convicted of whatever it is. So like that's a pretty high standard, but like again, I don't know. It's so political. It's so political. Like lawyers are obviously most of the time pretty good at their job, and both people are fighting for their side. And it almost doesn't even become about the crime anymore. It becomes about like who can convince a jury of their position better than the other.
Yeah. Well, and I will say, like, having been a court reporter, there was one time, it was in this courtroom that only gets used in these very specific circumstances where someone was on death row and they were trying to
appeal.
They were trying to appeal the death row sentencing. Not necessarily that he had done the crime or not. He was found guilty of having done the crime. They were trying to appeal the actual conviction
to make it a lower sentence.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have specific attorneys in both the state and defense attorneys' offices to handle these very particular scenarios, and they're like normally attorneys that have been doing this for like 10 plus years.
Forever, yeah.
Like
they're seasoned professionals.
They know what they're doing, they know what they're talking about, and they make very compelling arguments.
They're probably expensive as hell too.
Well, no, they're defense attorneys and state attorneys.
Oh, so they're just like
they're free.
Dang. Yeah, but you can hire a private.
You could, but these are free ones that are being provided to you by the state.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't know. I think fundamentally I have a hard time believing that like I think part of my issue is like I'm torn because I know that like there are tons of people who are falsely imprisoned or put in jail for things that are like stupid. And we have our prison system and our jail system is like sorry, my throat is like dying. Over full. So that's tough because it's like I think in my mind what I want to say is like I don't like the idea of humans having a say in someone else's life. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like the idea, like, because I believe in God, so in my mind, I'm like, only God can judge you. Like, and like, God puts you onto this earth and planet, and so it's like, it feels weird for, like, people to play God. Do you know what I mean? Like, in my mind, like, I have a hard time being like, you did something so awful that somebody else gets to decide if you live or die. Like, that feels weird to me. But also, like, for example, like, I mean, I'm a mom now, right? So, like, the idea of someone doing something awful or hurting a child, yeah, I want them dead. As a human being and as a mother, I want them off of this planet. But, like, do I think it's my place to make that decision? I don't know that I do. Do I want that? As a human being and a mom and all of the yes, I do. Like of course, like if anyone hurt my baby, I would do it myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course. But like, that's like with me filled with emotions and opinions. But like fundamentally, like I just have a weird feeling about a human deciding if another human, like what gives you the right to decide another human's like life, like breathing or not. Do you know what I mean? Like, granted, like it's a punishment. Like that you're being assessed for a crime that we believe you committed, and then if the court decides that you did commit that particular crime, this is the outcome of that. And so, but it's hard because like not every crime gets treated the same in all the, like it's not like there's a standard. Like if you do this, you get this punishment. It changes from state to state, from place to place, right? Like it's not like there are some states that don't do the death penalty at all, and then there are other states who do.
Yes.
So that, I think that's also hard for me because it's like the luck of the draw. Like if you happen to be in a state that doesn't do that, you're going to prison for life. But if you're in a state that does do it, you're screwed, you're gonna die. But even then, I know that you'll sit on death row for like a million years.
Yeah, they have to give them the right, the chance to appeal enough. And,
right, and you can just keep going through that cycle forever. And again, like, I'm not trying to be on the side of people and criminals that truly do horrible, heinous, awful, awful things. I'm just like, I also personally think that it would be a bigger, I feel like killing someone or giving someone the death penalty is a kindness to the criminal. If someone actually did something that earned them the death penalty, I think that requiring them to live out their full life in solidarity and removed from society because they are not fit to engage with the world around them, let them sit there and rot and think about the choices they made in life.
Yeah, but then you get into the whole argument of cruel and unusual punishment.
But that's what I'm saying. So the death penalty isn't even the worst thing that can happen to you. It's worse when you're like...
I understand. I know exactly where you're coming from, and I fully understand it. I'm letting you know that the argument against that is that it's cruel and unusual punishment and it goes against the Constitution.
Why? I'm curious, how is it against the Constitution?
The Constitution literally has a portion of it in the Bill of Rights where you can't charge someone sentence them to...
Sorry, start that sentence over?
The Constitution and the Bill of Rights. The first
yes.
10...
The amendments.
Whatever, yeah. Number 8 protects a person from cruel and unusual punishment.
Does it define what cruel and unusual punishment is, though?
Outright, no. But that's the problem. You would have the argument for it being cruel and unusual punishment.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's not the norm. And it would be considered cruel.
But there are people who get sentenced to prison for life, and that's not considered cruel and unusual.
But they're not in solitary confinement. For the entire time.
No. I wasn't saying... when I said I didn't mean solitary confinement. I meant prison for life.
Oh, well, yeah. That's different.
Yeah, sorry if I misconstrued that. No, I'm not saying like if someone, instead of the death penalty, like they're stuck in a box alone for the rest of their life. No. I mean, granted, if they act a fool in prison, they go to the box for like acting a fool. But what I'm saying is like, I don't know that I believe in like humans getting to decide on other people living or dying, because our system is too broken to trust that it's always going to go the right way. But also, I know that our jails and prisons are full because people are being falsely accused and arrested and put in jail for things that are whatever. But also, I'm like, well, again, like in like me, Ashley, as a person, if I knew someone that did something awful, murder, whatever, all the reasons that people go to the death penalty, like me personally, of course, I wouldn't want to see them dead because that's my human nature and I want justice for what I know happened or whatever. But like, I also don't feel like I have the right to take someone else's life or influence the taking of someone else's life. And if it was close enough to me where it happened to someone that I loved or cared for and like something happened like that, like I would, like, again, the sadistic person inside me would be like, I would be so much more happy to know that they're rotting somewhere for the rest of their life and they will die in prison than they just got injected with some liquid and now they're dead. You know what I mean? And now they're free. Their soul is free and they're at rest. Granted, like, you know, that depends on if you believe in heaven or hell and all that stuff too. But like, I'm just saying, like, fundamentally, and again, the humanistic nature in me, I'm like, if someone did something awful to somebody I loved to that extent, I would rather them suffer on this earth than get the freedom of death. Plus, I also don't feel like I should be able to have a say, or humans in general, like, should have a say in other people's living or dying, especially because our system is so broken, and I don't think it's 100% reliable. And that's how I feel. What do you feel, Eric? I know you said you agree with it, but like, can you talk more about why, or like kind of like break it down like I did?
I don't know. I think working in the system like I have, like I've been having the education background that I do, I understand why we do it. I understand like why the power is given to the judges to make these decisions, and I understand working alongside judges. I have a better understanding of why they make decisions that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And to get the death penalty is such, you have to go through so Like, not even, I'm not talking about the crime. The crime
People die on death row all the time.
right.
Because it
I'm
takes
not.
so
I'm not
much.
talking about the actual committing of the crime. No, you don't have to go through a lot of hoops for that. But to get the conviction and the sentencing of the death penalty, you have so many hoops you have and hurdles you have to jump over.
Who's
It's
you?
like the attorney.
courts-
The attorney.
Okay.
The state. The state attorney that is
The
going.
prosecutors.
Yeah, the prosecutor that is going after the criminal to get the death penalty. The amount of hurdles
They're raising
things-
their own bar because now they have to prove if they go for death penalty and the judge says no, they're free, right? Because you have to be able to prove what they're like that level.
Yeah, and then at that point you can't convict them. You
can't no double jeopardy.
No double jeopardy, right? So you can't.
I freaking love this stuff. This is not why I married him, but also like
Yeah.
I love these conversations. Keep going.
But the amount of obstacles you have to go through to get that sentence, like clearly there is a reason that this is happening. That someone is going after this particular sentence with such fervor and vehemence. Like there is a reason behind it. And again, like I said before, working alongside judges, I understand. I have a better understanding of why they're making the decisions that they make. It's because they're presented with the information that they're given at the time. Their job is to determine the veracity of the information and the veracity of the testimony that's being provided. But if they believe that someone on the stand or the evidence that they're giving to them at that moment is accurate and truthful,
and believing in expert witnesses,
right? Like if at that moment they're being told this and they believe it, that it's truthful, it's accurate, it's right.
But is it the judge's decision or is it the jury?
The jury at the end of the day
what is
determines.
The judge is just making sure that the process happens equally and fairly, but really the judge isn't the one making the decision.
No, the judge just goes ahead and kind of directs everything, handles any of the legal questions, and in criminal trials, at the end of the day, it is the jury that's going to go ahead and have to determine whether or not the witnesses. But I deal with judges. I deal mostly with family law, so the judge is the one making all the decisions.
The judge and jury, yeah.
Right, they're making all the decisions. With
but
criminal,
that's not death penalty cases. That's like custody battles.
That's custody and whether you're paying $1,000 a month in alimony
or child support.
But
yeah, no, I just think that like I get where you're coming from with like the judges and stuff, but like I said, at the end of the day, they're really not the ones making the call, and like with the even from like as basic as like jury selection, there's just so many ways for things to get corrupted or
they used to,
who and how much it's like how much you pay for like the attorney, and then like also on the other side the attorney if the prosecution is going to go for the death penalty, they must have some real damning evidence because again, if they don't win, that person walks free and they can never be taken to trial for the same thing twice.
Right.
Can they in another state?
I don't think so.
It's like federal, so it's everywhere?
It depends. I think the only way they would be able to do it in another state is if it was like
for
serial
example,
killer.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it's a serial killer,
if it's a different person,
multiple courts.
Yeah, if it's a different person in a different state, I think they're fine. But if it's like, let's say for example, they committed the crime, like they committed kidnapping in one part, but then took him to another state and killed him in the other state. I don't think that they'd be able to. They might still be able to get him for kidnapping in the first state,
but not for murder.
Because
it didn't happen in that state.
Because it happened in the other state.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
I could talk about this all day. This is literally a 3-hour whip and chat. It's like the old days, guys. Well, I mean, we had a lot to talk about. We had to talk about, pregnancy. We had to talk about Omaha. We had to talk about diamond painting. We had to talk about murder.
But yeah, to answer your original question, I say let him fry, but...
Okay, so Eric says let him fry. I say I'd rather let them suffer in prison for the rest of their life to think about what they did.
Yeah, let them fry. I actually had a science teacher in high school who used to tell us that whenever you got picked for jury selection, and they'd ask him
to say that.
No, to get out of it, he'd be like, they'd ask him, would you be able to put a person on death row or like, and
yes,
sentence to death?
Yeah.
And he'd turn around and be like, yeah, let that sucker fry. I want to see him pop.
Oh my god. That's so insensitive.
Like, oh my god. But he used to say to get out of jury duty, and it worked.
Oh, I don't think I told you guys. I got picked for jury duty, which I was...
When is it?
August 20th. Well, so I got picked for jury duty, but I was going to be out of town when it was originally scheduled for. But I was able to make an excuse not to go or postpone it, and so I chose to postpone it, and I picked August something.
Yeah, we got to look at it.
I actually, it's here. No. I picked a day that we're not traveling.
But things have changed, so.
It's the end of August.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Oh, but it's a weekday. It's a weekday. It's a Monday. Like, if I had to show up, it would be a Monday.
Okay.
Because I think it is the week that we're going to. It's the week. I think it's like around when we're going to your birthday trip.
Yeah.
But we're coming home Sunday, and I would have to call Sunday night for Monday to show up.
But Monday is closed because it's Labor Day.
No, we're not going on Labor Day. Remember, we're going
the weekend of Labor Day.
This is the 25th. It's the week before Labor Day. So the weekend after jury duty is when your birthday trip is. But they don't do jury stuff on the weekend, do they? No. So we're fine.
They have first appearance for that.
Anyways, hopefully I call. Well, I really do want to participate in jury duty, but like it would suck if it was happening like around everything else we have going on.
The one time I had jury duty, I already told the story.
You told the story. He was selected even though he was a law school student, so he thought he had no shot at being picked. He got picked. He had to go through the entire trial, and at the end he found out he was the alternate, and they dismissed him before they got to make the verdict.
I was livid.
It was hilarious. I love it. I one day hope to be picked for jury duty when work is not.
I'm pretty sure the week of that that we found out you were in jury duty. I'm pretty sure the video that went out before that, you were like, I would love to be picked for jury duty.
Oh yeah, I literally manifest everything. Yeah. Can we just talk about how I finished my project and Eric didn't finish his?
You were 3/4 of the way done with yours.
Still counts. I finished a sushi. Yeah, I've been single placing these from this point forward because they just look way better when I single place. I don't know what it is about these drills, but I cannot multi-place for the life of me. It's just the drill shape is different, but can you move your head for a second? Yeah, this looks way better. All my other ones really look janky, so I'm happy about this. And again, I don't mind single placing something that's this small. I pretty much am single placing all of that Munimade canvas too. The drill field is, in my opinion, and again, I know Munimade has gone through a bunch of different manufacturers and has changed up her stuff. This particular drill field for the Munimade canvas, the Embrace of the Pumpkin, even though it's a round drill canvas, I feel like it's got a very gappy drill field, so I've been single placing, and it looks phenomenal single placed, but if I didn't, every time I try to multi-place, I have to end up moving all of the drills around, so I just gave up on doing that, and I think I started picking up speed when I just started single placing because I just gave up on multi-placing and then straightening. I love multi-placing, but I guess that's just a Diamond Art Club thing for me. I guess with non-Diamond Art Club canvases, I need to just be good about single placing. Although I will say my Pretty Little Gems multi-placed like a dream. So there's that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed everything we had to share. Again, baby stuff. We're really excited.
Yes.
The only reason I didn't cry in this video is because I'm cried out. I've been crying tears of joy for 3 months. I'm gonna continue to cry, but again, if I show you, if I can find the clip that I was telling you about, stick around for a little bit longer at the end of this video. I'll include one of the little snippets I took of me talking about being pregnant and that first couple days after finding out. I was pretty emotional because I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that we're gonna be parents. And I know he's going to be an amazing dad. I hope I'm an amazing mom.
You are going to be an amazing mom.
I'm so excited. And I'm excited to bring you guys along for the journey. And again, thank you for 5,000 subscribers. I just cannot express how thankful I am. And yeah, anything else to the fam?
No. Eli James 2326.
Yeah, we'll see if that's actually his, that's his due date, but we'll see if that's his real birthday or not.
Yeah.
But hopefully he'll be a February baby.
We shall see.
Anyways, thank you guys again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The link is in the description box for the giveaway, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye!
Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all. I don't even know if this is going to be talking to a y'all or if this is going to be a talking to myself. I just feel like I needed to make these videos. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and you guys are probably like, I don't even know what you're talking about. What day is it? Today is June 6th, 2025. And 2 days ago, I found out that I was pregnant. I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud. I found out I was pregnant 2 days ago at 6:30 in the morning. I'm diamond painting, by the way, if you're like, what am I doing? And looking down, it's because I'm diamond painting while I talk to you and to myself, because this is all I know how to do at this point. Yeah, I'm pregnant. Do you want proof? Hold on. I have my pee stick because I take it everywhere with me because I don't trust anything. Wait, where's the thing? Pregnant. I'm pregnant. I am pregnant right now. I'm still in shock. I found out Wednesday, so I guess if today is the 6th, then it's a Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, so June 4th. I found out on June 4th at 6:30 in the morning. Sorry if this is so graphic. I promise if I ever post this, I'll put like 17 trigger warnings because I'm just gonna get personal and I don't care. So I dip the unexpired, the brand new one, into the thing, and it immediately positive, and Eric starts to cry, and I'm just like I can't even explain to you what it meant to me to like watch him believe it and be like, she's pregnant, and then I was like, I'm pregnant, and it was like the most beautiful moment. Like we were just hugging each other and crying in the bathroom. Like I'm like tearing up just thinking about it. Like we're just like I wanted to make him a dad so bad. Like I want to be a mom. Like don't get me wrong, but like to make him a dad, it just makes me so happy. Like it makes me so happy to know that like I did that for him and he's gonna be the best dad ever. Like ever.